Hello everyone, welcome back. Oh, that's loud. Turn that down a little bit. Music support. Alright, so before we begin, just want to start off with Wounded, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, we did, maybe it was more than that. It was last month. We did the Wounded Warrior Project charity, and they were sent a thank you gift. So, sent this. It is a what are these called? Tumblers, the cups. Thank you. We are proud to partner with Wounded Warrior Project and are donating. Oh, this is I guess a sponsor. Check it out. Ooh, that's a big one too. Even has the logo on it. Ooh, and ooh yeah, even better. Nice. Hmm. Yeah, that's very nice. That's actually bigger than the one I have. Alright, they also sent a envelope. I have not opened this. I have no idea what it says. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Grim Reaper LP. A huge thank you for participating in the first ever Warrior Week. Thanks to streamers like you and your community, just over $87,000 was raised. That equates to almost 600 mental health sessions for warriors in critical need. Thank you so much. We hope to have you at next year's Warrior Week. With much gratitude. I'm not sure what that name is. Leslie? Might be Leslie. That might be an L. One issue I have with reading is when they connect letters together. Not quite cursive, but just like kind of blends together. You can't tell if it's an I or a U. Yeah, but yeah. Oh. And they also sent a little pin. That on stream. Focus. Yeah, there we go. Stream to serve. Nice. Nice. Alright. So yeah, I do plan on doing it next year again. Really worried about the timing because it should be about the time I move, hopefully into a house. Or actually, no, it may be after because if they do it at the same time, we're thinking October-ish. Hopefully, so we'll see. All right. So I've been doing a little bit off stream playing. You know, while I'm at work when I'm supposed to be working. Apparently, my laptop can handle this game, surprisingly. I unlocked this cruiser. The battleship's the same one that we had. It's been upgraded a little bit. The hull and all this. I don't know where I left off at. The destroyer, I think we had this last time. I've upgraded equipment on it. And then this is just a regular ship. So I'm hoping Clemson. Hoping I need 6,000 experience for that. I'm at 5,000. So one more battle should get me to that point. And we can unlock that new destroyer today, right now. A second. Cats, what y'all doing? Cats. Very hyper today. Up for a picture. That's reflecting.
General quarters.
Shit. Trying to take a picture. Bye bye. No, not a video. Got a little bit of time before I reach any places. There we go. Alright. Yeah. We got a picture. Well, straight for that battleship. Oh, shit.
Smoke screen set.
Woo!
Don't fire at your allies.
Well, don't run into my torpedoes. How about that? Yeah, bitch. That was a battleship. I just destroyed him. Nah, I didn't think so. Woo! Where you going, dude? Too far? Yeah, way too far.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Okay, that is a battleship.
Enemy battleship sighted. Engine boost activated.
Oh, I didn't get to go kill him. Damn it. Did we win? We won! Ooh, look at that. Yeah. Yep, and that put me right over it. Get my bot up. Hold up. What is that thing? Okay, so now we should be able to get the next destroyer. This bad boy. Boys. I don't know. Pretty sure it reset 7 yesterday. Not even sure. Alright, let's try it out. Let's see how bad this is gonna go. Where'd my phone go? Giella?
Yeah, I just saw your post and I'm like, they sent you Grim Reapers?
And that'd be awesome, but nah.
Yeah.
One I bought a while back, and then the other I got for Christmas from my girlfriend.
They look nice.
I know, they're real nice.
Cup also looks nice, but the Grim Reapers are, honestly, I think look better. Just because, you know, they're actually, well, they're detailed.
Yep. It's a nice mug. It's not a cheap mug. Plus it has a print on it, so it's nice.
Yeah. I wonder how we're gonna do this tonight.
I don't know. I really hate to see how this is gonna go.
Honestly, I do think if we have to, we could do, like, just break off into groups who want to do the same thing and just do, like, player-hosted ones.
Yeah.
Is that even a thing
Yeah.
in this version?
It is.
Okay, because I know it was in the other ones. I didn't know if it was still a thing in this version.
I think that's the plan. But we're gonna give the server a try just to see.
Hey, did you see that controller thing I posted in farming?
The wheel and stuff.
Yeah, that's actually for farming sim. That's $250. Someone I watch who streams has that. I'm like, why? It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like, I guess the only way it would be worth it is if somehow you made that back in one stream. Which I don't think is possible unless people donated non-stop. Like they do with Goo. But anyways, still, it's like, that doesn't seem worth it.
Screen set. Critical engine damage. Enemy cruiser sighted. Problem solved, sir.
Ah, damn it. Stop driving in front of my shots. Bastard.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Yeah. I'm quite delayed in your stream. Quite delayed.
Engine boost deactivated.
It's better on YouTube. You still are doing both, right?
Mm-hmm.
Critical engine damage. Enemy cruiser foundered.
Turn. Eh. Okay, we're good.
Problem solved, sir.
Whew. Okay, battleship. Got my eye on you. Going right for you. Oh, he's aiming at me.
You are not live on YouTube.
Not?
Nope. At least when I go to your YouTube page, it doesn't show you live.
Yeah, hold on, give me 1 second. No, the torpedoes missed. I hit him once.
Ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
I took him down to half hot health.
And I'm gonna see that in a while.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Why? There's a stream delay.
Yeah, there's like a good like 30-second delay for me.
The enemy is about to win.
Ah. Oh, I got my torpedoes off. No, I didn't sink him. Oh, he barely survived that one. Damn.
So I just now saw the first torpedo thing.
Oh, get ready for the when they sink me. That's 2 battleships I was against.
Ah,
Okay, so why am I not live on YouTube?
there you go. Now you're sunk.
Yep. Fuck. Not live. Fuck. Yesterday's or
Everything else is on there, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I didn't go live on that one. Dumb.
Hmm.
Alright, is there any point to this destroyer? Not. Sell this one. Do a battleship run. Thought we were going live at 7 today.
I thought so too. That's why I'm in here.
Thought that's what we agreed on.
I remember 7 too.
Suck at planning.
Yes, we do. It's not the worst. Like, do you know Linus Tech Tips?
Huh?
Do you know the YouTube channel Linus Tech Tips? Oh, because every week they do a live stream that's meant to be at 4:30 every I think Friday or something. It always starts at like 6. They're always late. It's like, then why don't you just reschedule it to be actually at that time, since that's the only time you ever end up going live.
I like to play with people's emotions.
Yep. I can't wait. In don't know how many days, but my index will arrive.
Hey.
Let me tell you, waiting the 9 weeks it requires you to wait for them to be able to ship it to you takes forever. It feels longer than 9 weeks.
At least it's not 9 months.
Yeah. Now that reminds me, I was gonna order a 3D printed Nerf gun because I wanted it was one that you build yourself and it looked fun. My God, I paid them like I think it was $130 some. It never arrived. I'm like, why not? And they said, yeah, customs won't let us send it to you. I'm like, then why'd you say you could send it to me? Give me my money back. It's like, don't tell me you can send me something and then say customs won't allow it. It says it would ship within a month. I waited 4 months with no contact info from them. I'm like, who gives?
That's dumb.
It's like, don't tell me you can ship me something, then say, oh yeah, we can't. And then not offer a refund. I actually had to go through like PayPal, because that's where I used to pay them. In demand PayPal, give me my money back, and they did, finally. But I'm like, why? Hi, yawn.
It's Ray.
It's cold.
Yeah, it is.
What temp is cold for you? I know you're in the south, so...
Well, it was freezing before it got dark, so that's cold here. If it hits 32 before nighttime, that's real cold.
Earlier in the day, it was, I think it was 26. Right now, it is 20.
Yeah, we had low 30s this morning, but it's not supposed to get cold again like that.
That's just what happens, when you live in the north.
You want to wait for everyone before we log on there, or you'll...
I'm just opening the game.
Plug in my headset.
Uh,
Is it 10%?
Yep. So you also use wireless headphones, huh?
I just got some. Last weekend, I think. Yeah.
I love wireless ones. Just they have to have a good battery life. Like the ones I have can last a whole day without me having to charge them.
These are like, God, it's like 40 hours or something, straight play or something. And they were at 50% when I first got them, and I haven't charged them.
Well,
I haven't
yeah.
charged them since. So.
For mine, it's more of I also use that's my mic too, so it uses more battery.
Yeah, I don't have the mic connected. They're the Logitech G Pros. They're actually,
Uh,
I like them. They're comfortable.
I have Turtle Beach Stealth. Stealth something. It's stealth some number, because, you know, they can't just have a normal name. They have to have a bunch of numbers after it.
Yeah. That's like all the Logitech ones that are not like the Pro or whatever. It's
Yeah.
the Logitech G90. What? It's like, why?
I know what the G stands for.
Yeah, that makes sense. The numbers is what's like, and they never line up. It's like the 906 and the 626, and you're like, what?
Yeah, it's like, huh?
But see, I got it because I'm using a Logitech wireless mouse and keyboard.
Oh, do you have the Power Play?
No, I don't have the mat, but yeah, I've got it's the Pro mouse and the 10 keyless.
I can't stand 10 keyless keyboards. I can't stand them.
I thought it would bug me, but I guess I never used the number pad for anything really.
I use the number pad for everything. Like, all my Discord shortcuts are on my number pad.
Huh. Well, I don't really. I don't know if I do, I could always get like. I'm probably gonna get a Stream Deck eventually anyway, and there's my cord.
Yeah, I plan on getting that here soon. Possibly coming for Christmas. I don't know.
Santa gonna get.
Ah, I found out what my headphones are. Turtle Beach Stealth 600.
Yeah, I looked at those. I looked at a few. There's some really expensive wireless headphones out there, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah. The only reason that I even am using these ones is I originally got them for my PlayStation.
Uh-huh.
But since my PlayStation account, they won't let me reset my password, and I haven't been on my PlayStation in over a year now. I just use them on my computer now. It's just a USB dongle, so as long as the USB dongle works, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
I will say one thing that I'm annoyed with my PC. When I was building it, I had a local company that can order the parts for cheaper than you just buying them.
Mm-hmm.
Order the parts. And they picked out the old motherboard without me letting me know that it didn't have some, key features. It doesn't have built-in wireless. Doesn't have built-in Bluetooth. I'm like, those are
Neither
the
does
kind of things
mine,
that
but
I
I do it.
I
I didn't
needed.
care about having those two things. I intentionally just didn't care about getting them, so I was able to get a cheaper board.
Yeah, well, only reason I was cared about Bluetooth is
Yeah.
I prefer using wireless.
I'll
not
tell
prefer,
you
but
what I've
sometimes
found.
I use wireless controllers. Huh.
What I found is if you play any games where hearing sounds quickly is important, the
Mhm.
dongle, like my Logitech uses a dongle too, but it doesn't use Bluetooth. It uses what the fuck is that called? Anyway, it's whatever their thing is. It's quicker than Bluetooth. Bluetooth has a delay that becomes noticeable
No
if you
matter
play
what,
a game.
everything has a delay.
Yeah, but like from what I've seen, Bluetooth has if you listen to music, it doesn't matter, or even watching a show or something like that, or playing like a game like Farming Sim where it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But if you ever play a game where it matters, that delay can be a little bit weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ones with the dongles like this ones usually work okay. Like you said, they all have delays unless it's direct wired.
Yep.
Even my old headphones, because I guess it would have to, because they would plug into the mic. My mic has a headphone set on it, a headphone plug.
Yeah, that would be a delay there then.
Yeah. Even though the mic is connected through USB, it's freaking a long USB because it wraps around my whole desk. This one's got a mic on. I've just never hooked it on there yet. I mean, if I do VR, I'll probably use these because I think they'll be comfortable. So I might use that mic. That's not yawning.
Yeah, the mic on mine I can't take off. But
Yeah.
what I do like about mine is I haven't done it because I don't really play any online shooting games. But it has superhuman hearing where it turns down, it has a software and it turns down the gain music in that, but turns up so you can hear people's footsteps and gunfire way better. Sometimes it's so better that I've done it once and I was going deaf because it was so stupidly loud.
Yeah. Well, we said 7.
See, that's what we were
Yeah,
discussing.
that's what we thought too, and we're just like, where is everyone?
So we could get ready and make sure everything's good.
And if we do separate things, anyone who will join me, if you're on my friends list, I guess, and you don't have all the DLC, I guess I'll have to you can either get them, or I could probably gift it at least to one other person I could get the DLC for.
Are we
So I
gonna try
have
the
all the
server
DLC.
first?
Yep. Yes,
and
we
then-
are, but if that doesn't work, I'm saying, because if anyone gets hosted from me, I have all the DLC, so they might not be able to use the stuff.
Oh.
Hello.
Blake remembered 7.
Yeah.
I remember.
Or he just.
I just literally walked in the door.
But that was about what I was about
Yeah.
to say. Is either that or he just got home.
Yep.
Well, I
We-
did
we-
tell you that there was a likely chance that I might be here close to time. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I was going to be late.
You did say these things. These words did come.
Yep.
And yet you were more on time than other people.
Yep. You're technically early because you got here before most people. Should we just join the multiplayer server just for the heck of it right now?
Are we using your scrims?
Yeah, we're gonna use mine.
Okay.
Where is yours? In here.
All the way at the top.
Ah, there
There's
we
a
go.
red hat and there's a blue hat.
There's like a billion hats.
Yeah, and that's about it.
My god, there's even more banana servers now.
Did you pin that? No.
Is it the one that has the weird dot net thing
Yes.
at the end?
Yes.
Okay.
Adding RAM to it for free, they require that.
Oh, apparently I don't have a lot of the mods.
Should I think be 6 or 7.
There's 5 mods, and I don't have 2 of them.
Oh, you added some mods to it?
No, should be the same as it was. I don't.
There
Wolf
was-
didn't have them all.
Oh, okay.
Don't blame me.
Oh, I'm blaming you for everything.
Can someone tell me the mods that I don't have, which are the map and some truck that starts with a Q?
What'd you do? What mods?
A map.
I'm loading.
No Man's Land is the map one. But I'm in the middle of a war battle at the moment. Is that
War battle.
war battle? Yeah. At sea.
Oh, good
Don't know
lord,
why
this
that's ridiculous.
this does not look like a fun map. It
Was it
looks pretty
Ravenport?
big. No.
Well, no, it's meant for us. Like a
Just
large.
spread out.
Yeah.
Isn't it Ravenport?
No.
The hell? Where am I connecting to?
It's a mod. It won't say it. Hey
Oh.
Blake,
I crashed my game.
Did it say .nitrado or nitrado.net at the end of it, Ray?
Hold on. Loud opening thing.
You know you can press escape to skip it.
I did.
right?
I just clicked through it. But initially, it's loud.
Well, we're doing it at 9, right?
No. 8.
Yes. For him, it is 9 because he's
Oh.
in that
What?
In that?
in the Eastern time. That's what I was trying to say.
Wouldn't it be 9? It would be
45
8?
minutes.
No, we were gonna start at 8 our time.
no,
Look.
it was 8 their time. Go for 2 hours.
We all heard 7 their time.
I don't remember.
We do.
Yeah, we all remember it was 7 their time, 8 ours. So
Ooh, we turned this match around.
What the hell was the son of a bitch? I
But
am
I'm
missing one of
saying-
the mods.
In 45 is when.
So I did add the
we're starting now.
that trailer for the bells.
Well, we're starting to prepare. We're not starting till 8. This is
Yeah,
just
this
like
is
the preparation.
episode 0 or -1.
0.
Yeah, because we're not
you-
sure
you
how
know-
this is gonna work,
Yeah.
or how's the server's
yeah,
gonna work for us.
Seven.
Foaming men need to make sure they can foam. Because if you guys can't foam, then you guys.
Oh yeah, we were
you guys
having
wanna-
even on Wolf's server we was having the same issue. So
Versus
I'm still down to talk. We can shoot the shit, but yeah, if you guys can't foam, then it's up to you. If you guys just want to do it, just.
So I can't find one of the
foaming.
mods.
which one?
That
We won.
Do you guys also want me to have the list of
Found it.
stuff?
Okay, if it's I just got the last one.
Do you want me to get the list of topics and to be the one who kind of guides people?
I was gonna ignore the list because I didn't feel like listening to the list.
That was
Wow.
cool.
Aren't I
Wow.
mean?
Okay, well,
You always gotta have that one guy.
Yep.
Lone Grimm's. You guys still want to do that? The boys that started this. You still want to do that idea I had?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
wanna- well, because
Feel it out.
we have 4 of them. I had 2, 3.
Why's my password wrong, Grim?
How many did you think we want to
The
do?
password's different now.
Hold up. One second. I'm pulling everything up at the moment.
Actually, Abe had one I wanted to do so.
Yeah, he just put it in a completely wrong chat.
No, he got it.
Yeah, I'll have to. Which ones did I submit? I think I remembered at least one of them I submitted.
I'm,
Oh,
I'm,
yeah, I see it. Space Talks.
I'm
yeah.
posting this in the wrong chat too. I can't. I've already posted.
Did you put it in topics?
Yes.
I figured that. Yeah, it's.
Make sure you're on international.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see.
So mods are gonna be the TXL
I was
2020,
only missing one.
Silo Displays, IT Runner, No Man's Land, and Ursus T127.
That was the one I was missing.
By the way, that's a lot of prep work for Foaming Simulator.
That's
We'll
not
say.
that much prep. There's a lot of mods if you really.
This is
wanna
the
get
loudest
into it.
place I've ever been in my life.
I meant mods, but
No,
No,
it's,
that's-
it's,
do I not have my HDMI in?
Okay, I'm missing
God,
one too.
oh,
So
God,
list
I
them
hate
again,
to-
Grims.
You're probably missing the Ursus thing. Hold on. Go back up.
I got real bad news.
Ursus
What?
T127.
I'm already hitting thousands on this new map.
I am too.
I'm
I
hitting
am-
horrible ping levels on this new map. I think this new map is too big. Yeah, I can't move.
I can.
Yeah,
Already?
this is real bad.
Yeah. We might just have to do the.
The standard. That's what I was thinking
Or-
we
or
would
just
do. I don't know
group.
why we need to do a big thing like this.
Yeah, why don't we, or just groups of people? Like,
Oh.
you know, just break up into groups that want to do the same thing together.
That's weird. It wasn't doing that for me when I was on there
Yeah,
earlier.
I'm not at super high as Ray, but I'm at 100.
Hold on, I want to see.
Well,
if-
I'm going down from 40, going back up to 100, and then every once in a while I get a nice 4,000, which makes me backtrack for whatever the hell I was doing. Yep, there it is. Rubber band, rubber band, rubber band.
All right, give me a minute.
This map is massive.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Is the
Oh my-
down.
God, is it massive?
Yeah, I think we're loading it, and I'm feeling every load.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
I'm just gonna stay with you so that it's not two people loading things.
And the bot's not going either.
Damn it. Oh, I'm streaming, so.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there's not even any vehicles on here yet, and I've already hit the bungee point. That's not good.
Why
You know,
is-
I never realized when you jump, Ray,
Hmm.
you don't have a body. You're just a name jumping. I don't see you.
why is
That's
the,
good.
Why is the password required?
That's what I said.
I heard something different. I heard, why is the password porn?
I heard worm, but I assumed he meant wrong.
I couldn't put the R in it. What did you
I wonder if it was the because you've got vehicles on. Maybe it was the vehicles back at spawn. Because now that we're away from it,
Oh, yeah. Just in the fields, it's
Which,
fine.
you can turn off
Versus-
vehicles. Grim.
Was the mod
I
that
gotta
we're
get in the
looking
game
for?
first.
No, I think that might have been it. Because I'm okay now. I think, like I'm out in a field,
Okay,
nowhere
so
near a road.
you used the password I just posted, right?
Yes,
Why is it not working for me?
I typed it out.
I did too. There's
Did
no.
you do the capital?
Oh, I have caps lock on. Come on. Damn
Mhm.
it.
Okay, and I'm loading some more. I can always tell when I'm loading because it spikes real good.
Do you want to go more towards the left because we're getting near the edge of the map?
Why is it Ray's Naval Farm? Where's my farm at?
Grims, you're still streaming World of Warships, it says.
Yeah, I just switched over.
Oh, someone just joined. We're all in our own farms.
You have your farm? I don't see your farm.
Well, I created a bunch of different farms for everyone.
Yeah. Well, I've
But
got a
I
farm.
had
I don't
actually.
even have the server on the list.
You know what? I'm joining your farm.
Did you click international?
Mm-hmm.
What's
So let's both just going this way.
how do I log in as admin of my own farm?
Give me a second. I gotta do everything.
I mean, I've got a farm. I'm in it, but I can't do anything because I'm not the admin of my own farm.
Hmm That's the only downside
they-
to the dedicated servers. Someone has to do everything.
But you want to go that way towards that road, like in block
Yeah,
38?
I was trying to see like what the lake looks like. 'Cause I've never seen this map before. But yeah, we can try to set like block 38
Okay.
as
Okay,
ours.
you're both farm managers.
Oh, cool. Well,
No.
Oh, I was like, who's calling me?
that's very loud.
Why is he
You
still
need the
talking?
button.
Oh God, we're loading.
Not- He's not talking anymore.
I'm not
Yeah,
loading.
he's still-
I
he's still-
am. Am I like
lit up
stop
on
for you
before.
or
No,
bouncing?
you're just walking straight.
I'm
Oh,
so bouncing
very,
back
very
and forth.
laggy. Very, very laggy.
Give me a second. I'm trying to turn
Oh,
stuff off.
yeah, I'm now up to 150.
That's what I'm at, like 120.
I'm just gonna keep up with you, Ray, because I don't want you to get lost. Are you back in the game yet?
Yeah, I'm here. That one wasn't like a huge lag spike. That was just like a shitload of rubber banding, a lot of like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
This map is very confusing. It looks like there's roads, but I haven't seen any roads that look on the that they look like they're there on the map.
It's because they're not there. We're running over one right now that's not there.
Yeah. Yeah, and whenever you go over them, I think your body disappears.
Okay, so apparently
good.
I can't get rid of the cars that spawn.
good.
That button doesn't
You
work.
can?
No,
Can't.
Can't.
I didn't hear
It's
that.
almost like adding mods to already glitchy online experience made it worse.
Oh, it is the same mods we had on Ravenport.
No, we did not have No Man's Land.
Oh,
I think
well,
that
minus
mod is what's
minus No Man's
killing
Land.
it. I think that's what's killing is loading all this shit.
Huh?
What is the Ursus
That's
mod that we need?
It's a trailer.
for
It's a logging
grass
thing, isn't it?
bales. No, that's
Oh,
for
grass.
yeah.
Is it the round bell thing?
The one that picks it up.
Oh, there's a spike. I
Yep.
froze.
Oh,
Okay,
we finally found a road, an actual road.
Okay,
Okay,
this-
so I've got a T127, N270, Z586.
I think we want to be near the road.
T127 Plus.
it's Ursus
make
T127.
You can make roads.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So Blake, I went in the very first one. If you're going off the game, I just typed in T127. It came right up in the very first.
Yeah, I got it. That's all good.
I think we should probably like maybe 44, just so we're not right next to the road.
Okay, all rocks should have just been removed from the.
All rocks.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut down on stuff on the.
No rocks
map.
allowed.
Wait,
Well,
I'm going the
there's
wrong way.
I can see rocks, just no. I see rocks, no problem.
Yeah, if I said we were right next to some rocks.
Yeah.
Is it? Are you talking about like cliff rocks, or are you talking about?
A boulder in the middle of nothing.
Okay, listen, I can.
I'm standing on top of it.
I tried.
Uh-huh.
I did what
And
the
I'm
sign
standing
told
on
me.
top of you, standing on top of it.
Can't move because we're synchronizing.
No, you can't move because I'm.
Oh,
Look
I
up.
can't jump because you're on top of my head. Get off my head.
I was
Couldn't
waiting
see
for
your
you to
feet at
realize
all.
that.
I couldn't see you. You like disappeared. I'm loading a square somewhere.
Uh-oh, I have a cat yelling at me. I might need to get up for a second.
Hey, I see a server.
Are you actually controlling your character right now?
Sort of.
Ray?
Yes. I'm gonna go with yes.
Okay,
Oh,
you're,
I just went into the 40s.
okay, so you're going to 46. I think this is the same size map. Pretty
Don't
sure. It's,
think it is.
it's just the squares are just put in a grid.
I think this is a lot bigger than Ravenport.
Yeah.
Is where we were.
Yeah, because the original one only had like 20 plots.
Well, yeah, that
But
they're
the plots are
spread out.
smaller because the map is bigger. Is what I'm saying.
Hang on, I gotta let a cat into my room.
Okay, so where y'all going?
44?
44.
Let's get some trees on it already.
Okay, so I'll go
Hi, kitten.
Did you
Yeah,
make,
if you
what's
wanna
my
come in,
admin
you can come
password?
47, 48. You're already. I put you as farm manager.
Okay. Well, let me get through the lag spike here.
He's
Hi,
not
kitten.
like nice like me.
Yes, you are a kitten.
Audit.
I don't know about something is if this is not a bigger map, then there's something else going on here. Because I've gotten a
wrong with you,
lot more
kitten
lag
butt?
than the last 2 times, in fact.
Oh, if y'all want, before we start doing anything, I can switch us over to another map.
I think it might be worth it to try standard as standard as we can get
No
it,
mods.
No mods.
and see if it's a mod thing. That wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, we can try it.
You want us to jump off?
Well, as you want
Well-
to
As
jump
Blake
off
joins.
As Blake
I
joins.
well, I didn't even. Oh wait. Okay, it took me to the like loading screen when he joined because I was in the menu.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
All right, I'm getting off.
I have a cat yelling at me.
Cold. My hands are cold. I need my
All
gaming
right.
gloves.
Stopping the
Hovering
server.
around the 140 mark.
Gaming gloves.
It's cold in here.
I use
getting
hand
cold in here.
warmers.
So
It's really
take-
bad.
Usually, I can count on my computer warming up my office, but it hadn't been running long enough to get it nice and warm yet.
Hey, cat. Cat.
That's not my name.
I know it's not your name. I have a cat on me that's trying to play my computer for me. Do you want to be
I just
called
like the
cat?
idea of somebody just going, "Hey, cat," just going up to some stranger on the street. Hey, cat, cat. My name is Raymond, not Catherine. Thank you.
Ramundo.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I told you my name.
Oh, aloha.
It's not like you couldn't put 2 and 2 together with what my name Ray is.
You mean your
you can't
name's
figure
not
out
Ray
mine.
Navy? I thought your
No.
last name was
Yes.
Navy.
I
Yes,
thought
I
last
was
name was
born from the
21.
Navy.
I thought last
That's-
name was
No.
21.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
how
thought it was
Siemens
21
created.
too.
Ah, I hate you.
Okay.
Hate
hey,
that joke.
Cat, can you please not try to
That's
step
what
on my
anybody would ask
keyboard?
me when I was in E3. What's your what are you? I'm a PSSN. Because I would never say seaman. It's personal specialist seaman, but you say PSSN, so they don't know.
It's real funny. No matter what branch you is, you
Is.
you are the like lowest rank is always something, I guess, demeaning or
Phallic?
Yes.
Is that the word?
Phallic?
Phallic?
I don't think it's phallic.
What is
What's
phallic?
the army lowest rank?
private.
Private?
Yeah,
Yeah.
private, seaman.
Marines? Is Marines private too?
Yeah,
I
Marines are
assume
private,
private.
too.
And Air Force is private.
No,
We're
Air
the only ones that are
Force-
varied.
I thought Air Force
Well,
was
because you're
airmen.
Navy, so
Is it? Oh, it is airman. You're right. But is it? That's an
airman's not
E1?
bad.
Hey, cat.
I mean, isn't airman more like soldier?
Was it the like sailor? They were.
Yes, a sailor. Just like
That's like the or marine. It's funny that the Marines, when you say marine, it's a marine. It's like the name of the place. It's like calling a soldier army. You know how Marines started, right? They don't like this story. They don't like Navy people to tell this story. They used to serve boat security, is how Marines were started.
Mm-hmm.
So they were part of the Navy. That's why there's not very many. How many Marine bases there is?
Everyone can make fun of the Coast
Oh,
Guard.
those
So.
two main ones. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Camp Lejeune and is it Camp Lejeune? Is that one of them?
Yes,
Awesome.
that's one I live next door.
Yeah, so that's the one I live next to as well.
That's
Oh,
that's
wait,
like
wait,
their
wait.
basic, isn't it? In Camp Lejeune?
Wait. What's the one in Georgia? There's like a big base in West Georgia.
Is it Army or Marines?
I
I bet it's
can't
Army.
remember. I cannot remember.
There's an Air Force one in Georgia, I think, near Atlanta.
It's not near Atlanta. It's like near Columbus. It's a little
I don't know
down.
what's up there. I know if Lone,
okay,
depending on what part
I know-
of North Carolina, there's a
I know
Department
of
of Defense base.
I know of Camp Lejeune from my mom. My mom's old company used to
What map?
do some plumbing though.
What map do y'all want? Ravenport or
literally,
Fell's
like-
Run?
2 minutes away from
Let's
me.
use the other one. We did in Ravenport. Let's do Hell's Bells or whatever it's called.
Hell's Bells. All right.
This is when ACDC starts playing in the background.
All right. Everything's the same Starting now.
Yeah, that's what we tell the Marines is that that's they'd always be on the base with Navy people because that's where they always were. They got rides with us, they lived with us, and they hated us.
Look, Cat, can you not do that?
Honestly,
Yeah,
please?
'cause they had-
I'm not doing anything. I keep telling you to. Stop calling me that.
In real terms, the Marines are just like glorified Navy men. They're
Yeah.
just,
Well, they like I said, they were
Well,
our security
well,
force.
though this,
They
though,
probably
like,
hate y'all because they
Well,
kept having to
people
throw
name
you on the
boys.
brig.
We have our own military police for that. What are you talking about?
Well, back in like World War II and stuff.
Was the Marines around? Yeah, Marines. I
Yes.
think they were established right. They were established. Actually, they weren't part of the Navy for long because when we went after pirates, like in the 1800s or something, is when the Marines were established. I want to say
I have no.
because the
Check
Navy was going
Google.
after them, and they went like into Africa, and then we just sent like a group of sailors that were security in there, and they turned into Marines or something. It was weird.
Google might be wrong, but it says United States Marine Corps established November 10th, 1775.
You just
So
spawned on
right
top of my
before
head, Too Fresh.
I did?
right before
Wonder how
American
how wonder how
Revolution.
much the Navy was before that. It had to be before that. I can't remember. Don't ask me the Navy's birthday or when it was established. I used to know that shit. They make you learn that shit in basic.
United
but-
States
I was
Navy.
about to say, I would think they would
Okay.
want you to have that tatted on your butt,
I have no experience, but again,
owned by
Google
the
says
army, but you know.
United States Navy established or October 13th, 1775.
That's not correct. We
Yeah,
had a
so
Navy before we were a country, really.
Yeah.
Google might be.
I guess they're just using the establishment of the country as the date.
Oh yeah,
How
we're doing the
old
same
is the Navy?
same teams.
Yeah, I think. I know I'm
I
gonna
don't
do forestry with Ray. Other than that, I don't know. You know the map's up, by the way, guys, right?
Okay.
I wonder how
Thanks
many
for
people. Wait. Let's see how many people can stack up on top of each other. Okay. So I can't see my own shadow. I'm guessing
You're
one
Peter
of you guys
Pan.
can.
Wait, he can see a shadow and talk to it. That's the opposite of what twos.
Yeah.
I
So,
can't see my shadow. I can
But you-
see Twos and Grims's.
Hey,
Boy, that loaded a lot faster.
do you
Oh,
want to
there's-
join the stack?
That's a weird thing I just saw.
Are you gonna join the stack? Huh?
I was sorry. I was checking lagness.
Just keep jumping and you just keep going up.
I can't jump. Like I'm like stuck under somebody's foot.
Oh, let me move
you're-
back a little bit.
Oh God!
Oh, hi.
I just jumped all the way up.
You got hops. Ooh, I can see between his legs. So that's a real Navy guy right there.
Was
I
it
can
hitting you in the
see
face?
I can see through your leg. And
Yeah, I
see
can
Ray
see
at
that
the
too.
top.
You're
It's
sh-
so weird from my point of view, looking down at all the like. There's just like a bunch of like people, and I can see your heads moving around, and oh, I hear a. Oh, it's a hey, look, it's a cement truck.
a seaman truck?
Seaman truck. Hey, this
Hey,
map
Cat,
looks.
can you get out of here, please?
I haven't played this map before, so I don't know where anything is.
2 Rays farming.
Um,
2 Rays, 1 farm.
Where's Blake gonna join?
damn it. I should have did that. Blake, are you gonna be on your own farm?
Yeah.
Okay, good enough.
Am I administrator of my farm yet?
Oh no, I gotta do that too.
Yeah. I need to. Where are we gonna buy?
How
I
about
think we need to
go up
buy
by
as
the
close.
sawmill?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. As close to the
Uh-huh.
sawmill as possible.
How about 1, 2, and 3? If we
1,
can't afford
2.
those.
Okay. If not, we can get 4 and 5 for now.
Too fresh, join the farm. There you go. I can't add you until you. Blake, you have a farm too.
Are we also standing on top of each other? Yeah, we are. Okay.
We can buy 3. Do we own the sawmill if we buy 3?
So
That
you
would
own
be
the area
awesome.
around it. The actual drop-off point, it like puts a blank in it, so you can't actually own it. I thought the same
Buying
thing when
all
I first.
3 of those will be a hell of a thing too.
Then just buy 1
I think
and 3.
maybe
Where's the shop at?
It's All we know is we
South-
should buy the ones
west-
up there.
Southeast-ish.
I wonder about 4 because it's already got like a plot for buildings and stuff.
There's 3 gas
Let's do
stations on this
4.
map.
Maybe 4. 4 is 472.
Oh, you're
And
gonna
3
that
is
area?
303. God, that's expensive. I think 4 and 5 because 5's only 277, 848.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna buy it.
Lone, did you see my message?
Oh, I'm trying to set up YouTube. Sorry.
Okay.
My
am I
YouTube
not-
didn't go live actually.
Yeah, it still isn't live.
Oh, why didn't it do that?
Well,
The
2.
audio might not be recording.
Ready
so-
to go?
Well, hold on. Let's
You know what we should do first?
Touch people.
Buy vehicles so we can
That's
drive.
I've just leased a truck.
Can you lease 2 so I can have a vehicle? So I
Oh,
have
you
to
know,
run?
farm.
You don't need one.
I
can just
can't,
ride.
I can't.
It'd be cool if
ride
you
with
could ride in other people's cars.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I only reason I'm asking you to do it so I don't buy one by mistake.
Okay, so where the fuck is the store?
Now recording.
There's the
YouTube.
shop. There we go. Go to the shop. There you go.
Okay, ready?
Did you just restart it?
Where are we on the map? Okay, so we're going
I'll follow you.
this. Yeah, we're going. Don't follow me that way.
I said I'd follow you, and you immediately went the wrong direction.
I immediately went into a wall. It's this
Oh god! Oh, I gotta switch to my controller. Hold.
way. Yeah.
Come on, connect
Alright,
controller.
Can these trucks carry wood?
Is anyone
think
here
so.
a big Final Fantasy VII fan?
No.
Who's a big
You know,
Final
it's just a
Fantasy
ripoff
VII?
of
I'm
Kingdom
just-
Hearts.
I'm just asking.
Oh, he's one of those Kingdom Heart people.
I'm not actually.
Who's the one that Goods that's always all about Kingdom Hearts?
Superman.
So apparently I gotta wait for
Whoa! I
YouTube
just had
for
a big
24
lag
hours.
spike.
Yeah,
oh,
so did I.
yeah.
Did you
people
see me go
streaming?
flying
I
off the
forgot to
side of
tell
the
you that.
road?
Yeah, I saw you, and I had felt the same spike.
Okay, so
Hey, Grim,
Yes.
turn off traffic, please. If you will. I think that'll help with the holy shit, these trucks are fast. I think that'll help
Yeah.
with some of the things. I think that's why we both experienced that lag spike too.
yeah,
Go.
Do we have to cross the river here or we go?
over here.
Now.
I have the map open as big as possible so I can see the whole road.
Why is he not finishing out now recording? He just says now.
Now.
No. And why is he doing it multiple times? That's like the third time he's started.
Probably, I think somebody restarted him. Holy shit. Holy shit, I'm good.
Okay, so
I'm
traffic's
having a
off.
lot of lags.
I think we're loading. Once we get there, I think we'll be good.
Yeah.
Traffic is off.
We're also cooking really fast.
Yes, we are.
Oh, God. Excuse me, I almost died.
Okay.
It scared me into choking to
Ray?
death.
Ray.
Do you need help? I was going over a bridge. I hit one of the rails, and oh, I don't know. Hold, please. I'm gonna have to go on the outside of this rail to get you. Almost slit myself.
Cut.
What?
What?
What the hell is that?
All I heard
Heard
was
slit.
something about cuts.
For me or Abe?
You're Abe.
Huh?
Oh my god.
Me or Abe? Is something?
What?
Okay, let's move beyond that. Apparently that got lost in translation.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Just
We're
let you
gonna have
know.
to go back.
Yeah.
Hold, please. I'm changing my view. Oh,
I'm going in as nice and slow. For backing up into vehicles, I have to go into third person.
There's not a lot of trees
yeah,
on
that's
the
what I'm
map.
doing.
Oop,
Oh boy.
there's Wolf.
Yep. Could have been a worse time.
I
No.
think we picked like the farms in the mountainous region. I'm glad we're doing logging.
Yeah. Oh, hey, hey, Ray.
I can't listen. Am
Can't
I
listen?
Am I
You
high
deaf?
centered? Am I high centered? Bump me.
What?
I heard something different.
Excuse me?
What's happening to
I
Ray?
can't move. Also, by the way.
I can't move either. What am I stuck on?
Let's see what you're stuck on. You are. There is a bump, like a little hill that's right in the center of our cars. How about we just
I think you
Uh.
can maybe get yours off.
how?
I don't know.
Is there something special to harvest corn?
Yes.
Four-wheel drive. Oh, wait. I got. Oh, you bumped me. I thought I did that.
Do we have 4-wheel drive mode?
Yeah, but all four wheels were spinning. Oh, it's
Oh.
like, you know what it is? I just saw it. The
Huh.
guardrail, I think, is partially invisible where it goes in the ground,
Oh.
and I was stuck on it.
So let's try going a little slower this time. How about?
Yeah. It's like they put the two idiots in the mountain section. It's not a good idea.
Oh,
Oh,
good
God.
lord! I changed. I changed into first person mode, and my character was facing the seat, so I couldn't see what the heck was going on.
I wish I need to start recording so I can like show when two
J-
just
j-
all of a sudden took a hard right for like he's going off a cliff. He's like
Just-
decided I'm just gonna kill myself now.
Just download OBS, and you can download. You can just record.
I've
your
got
screen.
it. I just don't ever run it.
Okay, now I'm gonna do something stupid.
Are you gonna take a shortcut?
Oh, don't take the shortcut. There's a river in the way.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you that I remember looking at the map and that we have to cross a bridge. But I thought watching you run in the river might be funnier. Oop, there's
You're
a leg
right.
spike.
Hey, Wolf, is there a building here for you?
No.
Well, be careful. We actually have crops that are in the field. We might be able to use them.
Oh yeah, we can make more money. Uh-oh, I did it too.
It shows it on the map, but it won't.
Oh,
There won't be
neat.
buildings.
I got it. I had a weird little spike going over the river.
So yeah, how about we take remove whatever's on 5 and make that the
What's on? Yeah, is any of it ready to
3.
harvest?
Yeah. No, I haven't looked
Yeah.
actually.
How does Grim get the most money, or do you guys already buy plots?
We bought plots.
I bought 2 plots or 1
We
plot.
can okay.
2
We need
plots.
something for
I bought 2 plots.
to harvest cotton and wheat.
Are these cars ours?
They're fake cars.
Can I run into the fake cars that are parked on our
Well,
lane?
We need canola and wheat, and they're both ready to harvest.
Oh, that's good. So we just need at least a harvester and a tractor and trailer.
Yep.
Grams.
Do you want to buy those, and I can drive them up?
Oh,
Did you forget me? Can I get a farm?
yeah. Well, you wasn't on yet. Okay.
Mhm.
You know, I love how you parked in the parking lot. I just parked in the middle of the field.
Mm.
I'm gonna park in the parking lot too.
Okay. Do we need a fancy harvester or just a cheap one?
I think for canola you need a special one.
What's the symbol for canola look like? Because this game operates on symbols and it drives me absolutely nuts.
Look at the very
canola
last tab.
is stick with like 4-leaf clovers around it.
Okay. I swear this means all, doesn't it?
Okay.
Some
well,
of these I think can work on all.
Yeah.
I think canola is one of the ones that it can work on.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you look,
What are you
Yeah.
buying?
let's do.
There's one that we have to rent that no matter what we have to get this one.
Oh,
What's
well,
that
I'm
one?
For
very.
cotton, it has its own
Mm.
machine.
I'm managing
Oh, yeah.
my farm very.
I'll get that one. I'll rent it because there's
We don't have cotton, do we?
yes we do.
Oh, that's bad.
4 is cotton. So I'm just gonna
Okay.
lease it and drive that one up here, okay?
Okay, yeah, I just leased the other kind.
Oh, good
And-
lord. Yet we can definitely not buy it because buying it would be all our money.
Yeah. You said
Hmm.
canola is the one with the 3 4-leaf clovers
Yeah.
and a leaf.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and we need like a truck and a trailer, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Would it
we
be
should all
easier just to
buying
use a
it.
truck and a big trailer, or
Whatever you can afford.
Don't forget you can lease it. That's what I'm doing.
that's why
Yeah.
I'm leasing all of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not buying any of it.
Yeah, I already got the cotton thing and I'm coming back up with it, okay?
Okay.
I'll be
I'm
there
gonna-
in about a day. The top speed of it is
Mhm.
15 miles an hour.
Mine's 13. Oh, I'm going uphill too, I think. actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
bro, do you see where ours is? Ours is on a mountain.
And we like didn't realize it, but we picked a plot that was a million miles away from the store.
So if you haven't done anything on that plot, you can.
We-
Oh, you have vehicles though. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So buy one that you actually want and resell it, because you can sell it back at the same price.
What vehicles? We're just leasing
no,
them now.
the land.
Oh,
These are the ones we want. We do want these ones because they're closest to the sawmill,
Oh.
and we're doing
Remember.
forestry.
yeah.
Okay. We need to discuss about before we get going here. So at 9.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we going to discuss?
Well, Trace is
Jesus.
kind of going to be
And
the
have you
MC.
found them yet?
The
Um,
I thought we would do like a Wheel of Fortune
Uh,
thing.
I mean, I'll just randomly go through, but I'll make sure all of the topics get.
Yeah.
Well, if we can try to fit them in. I mean,
Yeah.
are we doing?
We
2
also
hours?
won't try to want to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Are we doing 2 hours, 3 hours?
2 hours.
Okay.
Um, we also want to try to leave the game discussion. See if we can do the chat in game.
Okay.
That way, we're not talking over. Not getting people confused since we are trying to do it.
I'm always
Um,
confused.
We know that.
Do it where the audio is going to be audio only. So just a tip.
Unless- Yeah, I guess the audio. Yeah. 'cause
It might be
Are
hard
you-
for me since I'm using a controller. I'm not using the keyboard at all.
Are you
You got a keyboard in front of you though, right?
Yes, but that requires me
Are
actually,
you putting this
getting
like on
closer to my
Spotify,
desk.
Lauren, or are you putting it on YouTube but only audio?
I haven't decided yet. I'm just recording it. I'm not on YouTube yet, so I have to
Okay.
wait for 24 hours for it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll download my VOD. It for some reason didn't go live on YouTube this time. The one time, I don't understand why. Nothing's changed.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a test
Bye, Ray.
episode. So
Did you take my trailer, or is that
I'd
your?
say-
No, that's
Hey.
mine. That's mine.
Would probably be good too if we get 2 more. So you have 6. I'd say maybe 2 more topics if people.
How would we discuss not having topics?
Just like Minecraft.
Technically a topic.
Hey.
I hate it, but he's right in that it is a topic.
How
How 2 is unprofessional.
about
Of course I'm
a
unprofessional.
topic of like what topics are
Oh wait, I got one. I
Can
thought
we
it. Just thought
use-
of it. Sorry, I just had a
No.
brain fart. What we're the first thing we're gonna do once fucking this horrible pandemic shit is over.
Ooh, COVID celebrations.
Once freedom happens, what's the first freedom we're gonna do?
Spring 2021, basically, or something like that.
Well, once we not just
Oh, no, save
January
the
1st, it's over.
save the discussion for the actual
Let Tress
Yeah.
speak. What do you want? Sorry.
You said. I saw in the other chat you put space talks. What exactly were you?
Well, I
referring
heard. I thought I saw someone else mention stuff about talking
Loans
about
of-
space, and in general, I just like the topic of space.
Loves
Anything.
the space
Okay.
nerd. You guys can nerd out the space.
Maybe one more, just to get something.
oh
Do you
shit, I was
actually think
muted.
that this is gonna take that long?
Well, we go 7, so 7's pretty good because if we go 20 on each, that should be fun.
You could try
there
to
a
keep
bell?
the space.
Well,
Is there a bell? Ding!
We could-
Conversation
We
over.
can keep the space talks to average, or like everyone can know at least what we're going to be talking about. It's not
I
going to be
think
like.
Abe might have just called us stupid. I'm not sure.
And
No,
not
I
only
mean
that,
like
but I don't
news in
care about
space, like
space.
SpaceX stuff, is probably stuff people aren't going to
Yeah, I'm
be
just
like
messing
up to
with you,
date
Abe.
about. But like
Or, you know,
space related
you go-
topics.
Someone
I mean,
like me
space
who
in
could
general
care
is
less.
fine. We can-
Space
we
is
can-
big, black, and cold. That's what I know.
Yep, and that's
Well,
all
what
I
about,
By the
care about.
way,
What about like
before-
satellites, like
before we start and
telecommunication?
people get mad,
BBC?
we had this discussion last night. I don't think Trace heard it. I'm a
Uh-huh.
lot like in Good that I like to troll, especially if it's funny. So
I'm
ignore me if
also
I'm being
like that.
stupid and trolly
I'm
sometimes.
also like that, so also ignore me. So
So we're dealing with good times too as well.
Mm.
yeah, you
Okay,
are.
thank you.
Except I'm a good from the north instead.
Good from the he rides his polar bear.
Dude of the North.
Ah, I've got a mental image of your character from Trace's wrestling thing riding a polar bear now.
Oh my god! So thanks. Now I do.
Hey, by the way, Grim,
Yes.
not really had too many spikes since we got rid of all the mods.
Yeah.
I do
think
have
there's-
some stuff I could talk about behind the scenes.
There's not
Okay.
really any
We can
behind the
talk about
scenes
that.
since we're all talking. Is there?
Well,
Or
no, he's
recorded.
talking about what do you mean behind the scenes? Like what you do when you're home alone, or what?
No. Interesting things that I learned.
Kinky.
Interesting things I learned from doing the
Oh, yeah.
WWE stuff. If you guys want to
Yeah.
talk about it,
That's cool.
'cause
I'm good with that.
it leads to something
Oh my
very
God.
interesting at the end.
We'll see. We'll play it by ear on some of these
Yeah.
topics. Probably, you know,
I'll put
some
the
will probably take less time than we think they will, and some will take more.
So Ray, were you just lost?
No, I'm following the little thing.
It looked like you went the wrong way though.
I'm gonna go grab
I
a
might
drink
have.
real quick before we start. I'll be right back.
I tagged
Okay.
the sawmill, and I'm trying to head in that general direction.
Tagged it.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Yeah,
know
Makes
we-
it blinky. And
We
you
just
can
need to
see it.
make sure we're not talking over everyone too. So
So,
Oh, God,
Lone
lag.
said, "Shut up."
Yeah, the hell is my phone?
oh shit, I got Blake turned down. No wonder I can barely hear him.
Yeah, I can barely hear him either, though, and I don't have him that turned down. I think he just hates
Well,
us.
you probably had me turned down from my car driving
Yeah.
Oh,
experience.
yeah, that's true.
What the hell is my phone doing?
I broke my phone today.
Hmm.
Well, it's not a
You know,
big
I
break.
paid for mine to get fixed, and I still have not sent it in to get fixed. That was
Yeah.
in June.
I saw that they said, "Oh, I sent it. I was on my. I got insurance on it, and I sent a thing, and they were like, but you can send it to us for like $20, and we'll fix it, but you'll not have a phone for 3 days." And I was like, "That's my only form of communication. That seems real bad." I don't know. I need to call them and see if there's a.
Oh, God, lag.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Me
I'm
and Blake
not having
experienced that at
any.
the same time.
But then
It
again,
wasn't
I'm not
terrible
moving.
for me, but it must have been worse for him. Where you at, Blake?
I'm having trouble actually driving around. That's
Do
how
you have a
bad my lag
controller?
is.
Do you have a controller?
I do.
I don't
It's
think it
easier to
helps
use
when
the
your
vehicle.
lag is spiking that
I
hard.
know. I'm just saying that it's easier to control the vehicles with a controller.
Oh boy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I felt that one.
I'm just watching what's happening
Okay,
on the map. by
don't
the way.
forget if you buy something, which we're all going to be buying, you're going to get lag. 'Cause I just bought a vehicle right when you guys
Okay.
did all that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was about the
I
same
figured
time
it
I
was
bought
stuff
it.
like that. It's like it's not a steady thing. It's just spikes and comes and goes. Shut up.
Spikes and comes.
Yeah.
Spikes and comes.
Oh, I thought the same thing.
Comes and
I do
goes.
have a tractor and a trailer sitting at the shop. I still need to drive back, but I'm driving a giant freaking harvester right now.
I'll go and pick those up because which trailer is ours?
It's the red one in a trailer that has a cover.
Is
It's
it
like the second from the
green?
cheapest.
green trailer with the blue cover?
Sure, I'll go with that.
Okay, here we go.
I'm trying to work out if there's anything in particular I need to actually harvest sunflowers.
It's
I don't think so. Is it?
I don't know. I
Does
thought
sunflowers
I
have a
was
special harvester?
I thought I was harvesting corn, but it's sunflowers, and I have a corn harvester head thing.
Does it work on sunflower?
Yeah, it's still working.
You have to look at the little symbols. Everything in this game is done by symbols.
Yeah, here, hold on.
Rear wheel steering is blowing my mind. 15 miles an hour uphill. I've got the Speedy Gonzales of harvesters here.
I think it's because of how much power it has. It doesn't care that it's going uphill.
Yeah, that's true. It's got air conditioning
Yeah.
and heating.
Yep.
Oh, yep. No.
You know what's funny, Ray?
Corn and sunflowers are the same.
The tractor is fast enough that I think I'm actually catching up to you.
I bet you are.
Like I'm already up the hill.
Hold please.
What happened?
I'm good. I might have got stuck on a guardrail a little bit, but I got off of it. I didn't get like on top of it. I just like rubbed against it hard enough to stop. I had an adult day today. Well, I'll wait till the podcast. I don't want Lone to yell at me again. He scares me.
So Blake, on the headers, the fourth one, the sunflowers.
Oh, good lord!
Okay.
You know how I said I was catching up to you?
Mhm.
Going uphill with this thing,
Mhm.
I am down to 5 miles an hour.
That seems terrible. Did you not just start that harvesting and hire a worker?
No, I wanted to show you something that was interesting.
The corn headers does do both corn
Is 5
and
the canola?
Yes. Oh, going uphill is horrible in this thing.
I've seen the cotton harvester in operation before, if that's what you're going to show me.
I like
Have
the
you seen
person
it
who just bought
unfold?
something right
Yeah.
when I moved the trailer and it, or my harvester, and it spawned right there.
Yeah, I felt that. I was going over the bridge. There's like a little bit. It's a tiny lag spike. Oh, then somebody bought something. I guess that's the lag spike of it spawning it in. Because that's how, you know, it's not like it's manufacturing it in the back up there. It's just spawning it in.
You know what I will say with this tractor?
Mm-hmm.
The trailer is bigger than the tractor because if I look in any of the rear view mirrors, I just see the trailer. It's not helpful.
Well, you know.
I'll be there soon. Oh,
Can you plant trees anywhere, or does it have to
Yes.
be tilled land?
it has
you
to
can
be your
plant them
land.
anywhere.
I know-
Anywhere
I
on
know it
your
has to be
land.
our land, but can we just like convert 4 and 5 and everything in between to?
Yeah, you could. What we could do is the field next to 5. We could make that be nothing but trees.
I say we
Yeah,
do
we-
all of it trees.
Well, I don't
Once
think
we
we should do
harvest
all
them,
of it
so.
tree because we should have some that we can still get some money other than just wood. Because what if we? You remember how long the trees take to grow?
Yeah, but that's why we're harvesting these crops. Or do you want to leave like 5 and then convert all of 4 and everything around it to trees, and then we can just repeat 5?
Sure.
Does have a front loader?
Whichever you think it would be easy. Like, oh yeah, let's do 5. Definitely, we leave it as what it is because that's closer. I just looked where the cotton would go.
Mm-hmm.
It goes down past where, like, past the shop. You have to drive to get to deliver the cotton. At the very bottom of the map.
I don't know where the grain's gonna go either.
Grain mill. It's at the bottom of the hill.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see you. You're jerking in here.
Where are you?
By 5. I just hired a
Oh.
worker.
Oh, I don't like hiring workers.
Why?
Because the point of the game is to do it yourself.
Meh. The point of the game is to get to logging, and I'm going to drive the tractor and load it up with his stuff.
Ah,
The point of the game is to make that cash money.
Mm-hmm.
Money, money, money.
copywriting.
Is it though?
I don't think saying it is copywritten. I'll
No.
be honest.
Singing it is, but
Singing it to that tone.
Well, no, go ahead singing it. There's a train right by us.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the tracks were right here. I
Am I
can't see.
harvesting? Yes, I am.
I might have nicked the cotton field a little bit there.
I nicked it a while ago.
Wow.
No, I don't want tip side. Open cover. Thank you. This guy incredibly slow, or is it just me?
When you're harvesting, you can't go fast. It has a max speed that
That's
will
true.
not let you go any faster.
I mean, I guess we're not using the biggest harvester in the world.
Get out of my way.
It's rude.
I'm getting in my exercise for the week.
So when Trace comes back, we'll probably do like a little countdown, and then kind of, well, I guess we'll have to figure out how we want to do. We want to introduce ourselves. What? This is episode 0, so it might not go up. This is more of the test one.
Hi, hello.
Can I introduce myself as Ray, the god of the bowl people?
No.
Mm-hmm. You can be whatever you want. It's the internet.
Okay,
Thank
I'm
you,
back.
Dad.
So
Okay. So
Wait,
what's the name of the podcast? Like, do we have a name for it yet?
Bunch
or-
of idiots. Bunch of
yeah.
idiots farming. No, it's
Like-
banana. What are we calling it?
Are you Sons of Bananas or?
SOB Farms.
Well, okay. Should we mention farming?
Yeah, I
Well,
wouldn't
it's
mention
gonna-
farming.
I think it has to
Yeah,
be because
'cause
no matter how much we try to avoid it, it's gonna
Yeah,
come
we're
up.
gonna talk about the game no matter what much. I know I'm gonna have
Okay.
problems not talking about it.
It's probably just going to be a disclaimer at the start. While we're
Mhm.
actually doing
That's
the
what I was gonna.
podcast,
I was gonna do if you guys want me to lead it in or not.
Yeah.
That's fine. You just
So I
have to
get-
introduce me as Ray Navy, 21, the god of the mole people.
Yeah. So what I'll do is after I do the introduction spiel, we'll go down the list with Blake and Abe and go down. So like once I go from that, Blake, if you want to take it up, start off introduction, just say like, "Hi, I'm," blah, 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 and just do like.
yeah.
Spiel-
Hi,
spiel.
I'm Blake. I'm Australian.
You're
by
our
the way-
international correspondent.
By the way, Ray,
Mhm.
I am buying a pressure washer to clean our stuff.
Okay. It
Because
seems like a waste, but I'll.
You guys need to come down
actually
into the
stops
town.
working if you don't keep it clean.
Are you gonna do it in like shorts though? When you're washing the cars?
Also, sorry for
If
being a little late.
possible,
My
yes.
dog made a little mess. So.
That's all right.
I had to wash
You
my
guys
dog
need to come
earlier.
into the center of town where I am right now.
Why?
That's a real long trip for
Yeah.
us. You know where we're at?
Yeah, that's why I said why.
Yeah.
It's like, if we actually have to, it will take us about 5 minutes.
There's a statue in the middle of this roundabout.
Yeah.
You guys need to come and have a look at it.
Hold on.
You're probably not going to find it that interesting, but I find it interesting.
Can we look at it when I bring a crop in?
Oh, you're done. Oh, that's so far.
Hey, I just ran from 15 and 16 to here.
Here, take a picture of it and put it in the Discord.
Yeah. It's a real
go
risk
there.
for a lot of us, I think. Where are you at?
He's near the shops.
Is he blue? He's dark
Yes.
blue.
He's dark blue. Like, go look at the shop and look down.
Can I teleport back? Oh, I can just tab back to my farm.
Trace, you're more welcome to get started whenever you're ready. I just saw your nickname. Just countdown if you want.
It's a
Oh,
cow.
good, good nickname, right? Thank you.
Oh, did you like that?
I can't even see all of it. It's
I know. That's like I was amazed that it actually let
when
me
I-
put that
yeah,
much
when
in there.
I click and I can't even see it when I bring up a profile. Okay. Yeah, I'll get. You guys ready? Everyone ready?
Yep.
So yeah, just remember, I guess we're doing no foam talk. Just try to be discreet.
We're not gonna do no farm talk. It's gonna be little farm talk because I
Well,
guarantee you I'm gonna mess
two.
up.
Hit the T button and do that.
Don't cuss though. It
It's
will
even
it will
better
censor it.
because I have no idea what you guys were even going to be doing. I'm not even watching, so.
Just so you know, I just typed fuck in the chat.
Is it text to speech or was it?
No, but
no,
he said
it-
no cussing, and it showed up for me.
It showed up for me, but it had symbols there.
Do you want me to? Do you
Ah,
want me to count down and clap to start for
Just
IO cutting or what?
just cut. I mean, because we'll all have to clap. But if I have it all in one file, I can put all of it.
Okay.
So as long as somebody counts down, should be able to start it from there.
Okay. All right. So I guess everyone's ready. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, and welcome to the Sons of Bananas Farming Podcast. Now, farming podcast, not exactly. We're not actually farming or talking about farming. We're playing Farming Simulator 2019. So it's a podcast where we play the game, but not really talk about it, but talk about podcast topics that we choose. But there will be maybe a little discussion about the game itself. But let's go ahead and meet everyone on the podcast. So we'll go ahead and start with Blake.
Hi, I'm Blake. I'm Australian. I live overseas from everybody.
Abe,
Hi, I'm Abe. I'm not Australian, but American.
Grim,
Hello, I'm Grim. That's it.
Reaper.
Lone,
Hello, I'm Lone Wolf. I'm American.
Ray, the god of the mole people.
Hi, I'm Ray. I'm a mole people. I was a mole people before I ascended.
Too fresh.
Hi. That's all. Just hi.
All right, and I'm Trace. I guess I'm a pseudo host. I'll be leading us through the podcast topics. While these good boys are playing Formulators 2019, again, depending on where you're watching, you could be watching on Twitch. Who is streaming this?
I am.
Grim's and
And
Lone.
me on Twitch.
Cool. We'll have the links down below. I'm sure we'll also have this on YouTube and other places. Maybe not with gameplay. We'll have to see. Again, this is our test pilot. This is episode 0. We don't know how many test pilot ones we'll actually film, but we'll put this out somewhere, and you guys will see the very first one. We're all going to be complete morons throughout the whole entire series.
Especially
so with
me.
that, let's go ahead and go to a first topic here. I think it's very appropriate for timing. Let's talk about Cyberpunk. So, has anyone actually played Cyberpunk?
Yes.
I have yet to
Me
play.
and 2 I know have played.
It's a game that
Nope.
has so many bugs that I refuse to play it until they fix all the bugs.
So that's what I was going to go for. I was going to say Abe and 2. What do you guys think about the bugs? Are they as bad as the people are saying?
I will say this one. I was driving a car, and then all of a sudden, my naked body appeared hovering above the car while I was driving.
What? So
don't
you
see how
weren't
this is a
driving
bad thing.
naked?
No, no,
That's,
no, I
that's
wasn't.
why I drive everywhere.
Oh, you too?
I've
Yeah.
had stealth missions where I've moved bodies, and I've just placed the body, and I've seen it go flying through walls. Like the body got slapped out of the
Okay.
room.
I haven't seen that one, but I have seen the one that 2 was saying about the body sticking out of the skull. I have seen that a few times.
Clothed or unclothed or both?
I've seen. I think both. I've definitely seen the one naked because I saw the V's cheeks pop out of the skull. But now with all the bugs, do you still think it's a good game? Like, do you
Yes.
still think it's good?
Yes,
So
but I
do
still
you-
wouldn't play it until there's not as many.
I have a question. How have they had this many bugs in a game that's been delayed and I've been hearing about for feels like it's been in development
8 years.
forever?
Well, essentially, I believe this is what I believe will happen. Is of course CD Projekt Red, right? They're the devs.
Mhm.
the
Yes,
studio?
I think they are. Yeah.
Well, they're out in Poland, right? As well.
Mhm.
Okay, so like they'll like way out there actually making the game. Now, I'm sure they wanted to have it on their estimated deadline, but I'm sure as they kept on like making the game, more and more bugs just kept on approaching. But then the publisher kept on just telling them, "Hey, you need to meet this original deadline." And I'm sure the devs probably wanted to spend a lot more time, not the initial delays that they kept on doing, but like year or 2, I'm sure. But after they made that huge announcement at E3 with Keanu, that's pretty much I think the doom of this game. If I'm going to be completely honest,
Pressure. Yeah.
is
I mean, it's always
they-
inevitable. The more you add, the more bugs you're gonna have.
right.
Yep.
Like mods.
So I think when that initially happened, I think the devs just kind of had to be forced to put out something now, because I think actually COVID kind of helped them in some regard.
Because it delayed them. Yeah.
Yes, because it helps. They can say, "Hey,
But here's
have
my
people
question: if it delayed them, right? And you're a game you make games for a living. CD Projekt, this is not their first game, right?
yes." they're
Would you
happy.
not, in your schedule, build in time just to have people play the game over and over and over and over and try and bug finding, bug fixing? That is something that's built into development, right?
Yeah,
That's the
and
purpose
there's-
of beta testing and stuff.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's way too many bugs in it. Another bug that I had actually is when driving in the desert area, all of a sudden the road got billions of cars and I crashed into them, and my car blew up. Into cars that don't exist.
I think, regardless of the pressure they had, this just looks badly on them. I mean, I don't know that it'll affect their bottom line that much, you know, because people are still. It's got the push and the power for people still to play it, but
Right. This is actually when the game actually came out the day of. I talked to both Flynn and Grav about it, two friends who might be on the podcast at some point. But we talked about it, and I said I think it's both bad from the publisher, obviously, from setting that date when the game was not all finished, because I don't think you can argue this game's finished with how many bugs it has.
yeah.
I mean, it may be like the it's complete in quotes with having the story, everything the story made and all that, but
Mhm.
it's the bug fixing and beta testing. But also, I do believe CD Projekt Red needs to take some blame. They've on Twitter issuing refunds.
Yeah, older consoles or last gen
Didn't
consoles.
they also say they were going to stop that also? That's
What
what
I
I saw.
when I saw today, PlayStation Store is actually taking it down off the store, and they're going to be issuing refunds. What I saw. Now, I don't know how much of that is actually true, but I know they are still doing the refunds, and they said if you want to do it to a certain date, they'll still do it. But I still think they are at fault for this bugs, because they could have easily had a lot of testers do this, because I don't know if they're exactly AAA. I'm sure they have to with how much funding they got from this.
Yeah, so it's not like they're like Phasmophobia's developer who's just like one dude, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure they could have had a lot more polish be done in the last few years of like having people actually submit good reports and stuff. So while at the same time I want to be like, yes, it's all the publisher, and I think the devs do deserve it. But when I was talking to Gavin and Flynn, they both actually were saying that the devs had very little fault, which I found interesting when they both are not getting the game. And I think that's just an interesting counterpoint. Well, I think a lot of people just don't really blame the devs. They say it's all the publisher's fault for the most
I
part.
mean, and there is a certain amount of, hey, we've given you this much time to do this game and this much money. We got to get it out so we can start making a return. I mean, it is at the end of the day, it's a business. That's the trick. They got to make money.
That's why I wanted to ask the two people who did play it, what are your actually thoughts on playing it? Because I can only speculate so much as someone I've actually tried to not watch too many streams of it. They don't want the story to really be that spoiled. Because when I do eventually get a PlayStation 5, I do want to play this game, even though it is buggy. Because I do think the devs, after doing the refund, do really want to care about the game, and I think there will be a No Man's Sky.
Like gameplay wise, it actually is fine. It's just how many bugs it has is annoying. It's like people paid a lot of money for this game. Some people paid $200 for the collector's edition, which I find is stupid. First off, for that paying that much, but
Whatever floats your boat.
yeah. But at the same time, it's like it's a good game, yes.
I found the development, well, like the progression in the game, really interesting. I still like the environment layout. I like the combat. There was one mission where you were up against two people, and I practiced that one a lot. And the combat was actually pretty decent. It was still buggy because sometimes the AI was like cheating. Like it worked like it's 2v1, but throughout the fight, you basically fought one guy at a time. And sometimes the AI was like, no, you're going to fight two people. But when it did work, it was actually really learning and really
I
good.
think Trace is looking for is like, what do you think, since you've played it? What's the long term, like, is it going to be one of those games you spend $60 on, play it for a few months and is done with it? Or you think it's going to have a longer lifespan?
I'm not looking for anything specifically. I just want.
Well, no, I'm just saying
see
that
what's
that would be, for me, that's a benchmark of a game. I mean, you spend $10 on a game and it lasts a month, you're like, hey, I got my money's worth. You spend 60 to 200 on a game, it better last a lot longer than that.
Yeah, I think
Definitely something to consider, but
um,
with an open world game, it's gonna depend if it floats your boat. But for
I guess
me,
it'll depend on
and about the
updates they
open
do
world
too.
thing, it's not exactly 100% open world because
yeah,
the first like hour to 2 hours of the game, you can't have open world. You have to do the story missions before you can do whatever the heck you want. 'Cause after that, I haven't done any story missions. I refuse. I'm just going around and messing around. I actually created a second profile that I'm basically
Wait,
made
do
myself
you?
a god in.
Like that mission I talked about was like my first. Like it was a side mission, I think. There's side quests, and that was like the first thing I did. Small spoiler, but you're supposed to meet someone almost right away after like a little bit of the game progression.
What
And I just
starting did you have?
what?
What starting did you choose of the 3 startings?
I'm Nomad.
Okay, then each starting is different for
Yeah, I
different
would
missions.
guess. But I immediately like I'm supposed to meet someone, and apparently I did. I just decided to look at the map and see what I could do, and oh look, there's side quests, and I just started side questing,
Because,
and
well,
it's good to learn,
I'll put it this
especially with all
way.
the keybinds.
Well, I use a controller in everything except for the fighting, because the keybinds are too annoying. Anyways, what I was gonna say was the mission that I was talking about that you have to do. Like, there's certain areas of the map that if you try to go to before you complete them, it says this area is not yet ready for you and teleports you back to the center of the map.
I saw that.
Yeah, you have to complete a certain story mission before
Well,
that
that's
happens.
not unusual for open world maps to restrict you initially.
Hmm.
Yes, but for like
Because I
3
was thinking
hours
back
of
to the
the game,
days when I play like
GTA.
GTAs and all those, like there was like until you completed the missions, you were like, this bridge is out, you know, or like even
Just
Spider-Man. God, the last Spider-Man I played is probably on PlayStation 4, but like the bridge would be out, and you're like, how is this blocking Spider-Man? But it's all part of the character
yeah.
progression, I guess.
The new Spider-Man game, not Miles Morales, but the one that came out beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking, is that the one that you played?
No, it's probably the one before that. I
You
think.
said PS4.
The web
It might
one.
have been
I think
PS3.
it
I
was-
can't remember. It's been a long. I haven't had a console in a long time.
Was it the one that was only on the PlayStation 4?
No, maybe.
Then
I
it's
don't
not
know.
the-
Listen, I can barely remember what I ate this morning, and you're asking me to remember what, when, and where. It was a Spider-Man game that had open world elements.
It was maybe the PS2 one, because it was
Uh,
one PS2.
No, it wasn't PS2. I know it was PS3 at least.
Okay.
That's probably the last console I bought. Actually,
Wasn't it called
That's
like
a
Web
separate
of
site.
Heroes or something like that? I can't remember.
Maybe
I think that was the last one I played too. I think I know what you're talking about.
it was
Where
a
if you had,
fun
like,
one.
the
It was a fun
firemen and all
game.
that.
It was worth every dime I spent on it because the open world. You know, you could like you said, side missions would eat up your time if you let them, or you could just fly around and just stop criminals and stuff. That was cool.
I do
That's
got
what
a
I would
question
expect
for
if I
Abe
bought that game.
about Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
You never answer your straw poll. How big was your genitals?
Okay, when Grims put that straw poll up, first of all, my generals are nothing. I didn't do anything. But and most of the time that you saw me playing the game, I was reading because again, there's a bunch of keybinds, there's a bunch of information, and I
When
was
you
just
say
trying to understand
nothing,
it.
Are
It's
you
just
meaning-
it's just
You can
boxers.
have it where there's nothing.
It's
Okay.
boxers, male, second
Okay.
male.
We said
circumcised,
nothing. I was thinking like
and then
Kindle,
female.
like you just like he was an android, you just cut it off.
Oh, just flat.
Just
No,
flat
no.
nothing. Just nothing.
No, imagine like naked in PUBG like that.
I know there are all there are certain kill girls that you can romance, but they will only go like if you're the male V or the female V, they will only go for one of those. So I wonder how that happens if you'll just blank, if you'll just flat, or you don't choose anything.
They just scissor.
Jesus Christ, it was coming. I knew somebody. I thought it. I didn't say it. I was quite proud of myself for not saying it.
I also do want to wrap quickly into the pre-ordering of someone buying a game for $200, and especially
Man.
pre-ordering games in the current climate. I think that's very ridiculous because
Yeah.
you all unless it's like a studio that you really trust that has a really good track record or something like that. But if it's a studio that's like doing a new IP like this, I think it's very hard to be like, yeah, I will just dish out even a regular pre-order, but 200 straight off the bat, that you're
But
asking.
that wasn't for just a game. That comes with a statue and all this other physical stuff.
Yeah,
right,
but
I've
I've never pre-ordered a game in my life.
I
Yeah,
pre-order all
never.
the time.
For me, when I pre-order, I go off of two things. Of one, usually I know that game's going to be either really bad, but I'm still gonna play it, or if I know that the company has a really good track record. Well, two, if it comes with pre-order bonuses and it also meets condition one. Those are the only ways I would pre-order a game. And it's usually because I'm already going to get it and I'm just going to get the pre-order bonuses, or I already know that game's going to be a certain way. Like I bought the My Hero game like that. Because I knew the game wasn't going to be that good, but I still wanted to buy. I was going to buy it anyway, but I just wanted to get the pre-order bonuses out of the way and get those too.
It's good if you like know the brand, or you just like the brand and you don't care, or if you've had like a sequel, or again if you know the developer's history. But for for something like Cyberpunk, it didn't feel like something that needed to be pre-ordered.
Yeah, I didn't pre-order the Cyberpunk. No way.
Well, yeah, because you never knew when it was going to come out.
Yeah, that's another
Well,
thing. too,
even if I
especially
did
with-
know, I wouldn't have pre-ordered it.
especially with yeah, they'll keep on delaying with pre-orders. I think that was really awful too.
Yeah.
Is because you expected it to come out eventually, and then it kept on getting pushed back and pushed back. So all of that if I was someone who pre-ordered at that point, I'd be very worried when they kept on pushing back the game.
Yeah, that's always the fear with pre-orders, I guess, is that you get screwed out of your money at the end, you know, or at least screwed out of part of your money, or feel like your money is not worth the money's not. I've given this money a year and a half later. Here's my game, but geez, circumstances have changed. I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or, and then there's some pre-orders that am never gonna do again. Like one time I pre-ordered a digital game on the Switch. Never am gonna do that again, because they say with the release date, you can't play the game for like 4 days after the digital release, because it says it's not yet available yet. It's
That's
like,
dumb.
what?
Mhm.
Was it a Nintendo game? Or was
Yes, it was
more of
a it was, what was it called? That dragon sword thing, whatever it was called.
Dragon Sword?
Basically, your character has a dragon trapped in his body, and he can summon a sword that's the dragon's horn.
Kingdom Hearts. Wait, no, it's a different one.
I'm actually not sure of that game.
Soul Resonance or something like that. No,
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that.
no, not Soul Resonance. I don't know what it's called. Dang it, it's gonna drive me crazy. One sec.
Was Kingdom Hearts PlayStation only? That's just a random side tangent I
Yes,
just thought about.
yeah,
okay.
for the main ones, but there are
Yeah.
some that are on the Game Boy and that.
I've never played it.
I've never played it. I've watched it and was not. I wasn't like, ooh, I need to play this after watching someone watch it. Hmm. I'm not
Well-
saying I wouldn't play it, but it just didn't strike me.
While to
same.
look up that game title, I do want to segue to a new topic about games, though. Specifically about this one here. I'm very interested to see. It's about Grimm's put this topic in. Pokemon Go needs to die. Grim, could you please elaborate on that?
Yeah.
Just needs to dash. It's dumb.
I never did. Pokemon
Never was
Go.
good.
Like I never did Pokemon. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
that was
Grace.
my.
So
I,
I-
me and Loner in the same boat. We never Pokemon.
If you guys want, I could post a picture in the chat. I have almost every Pokemon DS game.
Okay. Well, I mean, it also shows the age difference in our group
Yeah.
too. I mean, Blake, did you do? Oh, well, I forgot he had to step away. I mean,
Yeah, I guess we are the three.
when
Well-
did Pokemon come out? 93, 94 right?
96.
96.
96.
Okay,
and
so
that's
I was
April.
12, so
Yeah, and I would have been.
You were the
It-
prime demographic, though.
I would have been 9. Yeah.
I'll put it this
guys-
way. I love Pokemon. It came out the same month I was born.
I can tell you right now. I don't think I got my first console till I was. I mean, we had a Super Nintendo for a little bit, but we didn't have money for a console, so I didn't get that until like I was probably 14 before I got a PS1. So games, as far as like early games, like Nintendo and all that, the only time I had with those is went to a cousin's or a friend's house. So that kind of eliminated a lot of the Nintendo stuff that a lot of people have nostalgia over. I never really got to experience. You know, I have this nostalgia for like Half-Life and computer games because that's what my dad was into, Command and Conquer, stuff like that. But yeah, as
And
far as
can I
like
interrupt
console
just for
games,
1 second. The game that I was saying was Shining Resonance Refrain.
okay, what a name.
never-
You would
never,
have liked it. It's an anime-based game.
No, that's why just the name of it just sounds.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was my experience. I don't know about loan and all that. I mean, we just didn't have consoles, couldn't, and they weren't that common. They were God, PS1 was like the most. It was a Christmas gift, and it was like you got to share this with your siblings. This is for you, but it's not just for you.
Yeah, see, well, I'm not kind of in the same boat. I did have the NES or the Nintendo and the Super NES. Ooh. But yeah, and the N64. Yes, I did have those.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like I
First
said, I
console.
played on them, but it was always at friend's house.
I had a
But then again, my
Dreamcast.
dad did have an Atari that we had too. So I mean, he didn't play any of the other ones besides I think football. He played the football. So
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Trace. It's turned into the old people caught podcast now.
That's
No,
good.
No, whatever. No, because Grims doesn't. I wanted Grims to elaborate
Yeah.
more on that because I
Just
really want to know.
saying something
specifically
should
what-
die is like saying like
I want to know.
Minecraft should die. Why should Minecraft die?
I want to know
I mean,
his reasoning for it. I wanna
yeah,
know
because
what-
I mean, in a way, if you think about it the way it is, I mean, yes, it's getting people moving too. So I mean, you got to think about that. I mean, besides the people that sit in the car and do it.
Didn't I hear that basic Pokemon Go replaced another? They used the basic same structure of another game that used to exist before Pokemon Go to do it.
Yeah, there was. I don't remember what it's called.
What was the game called?
It uses the same like map.
Yeah,
Use or
like it
whatever.
used quite a bit of the same stuff from the other game, from what I understood. I don't know. I never just. I think I had it on my phone for all of a month, and then I was like, well, I don't understand any of this and why it's exciting, so I'm just going to delete it. That's just personal. I don't know. I bet people like it. I mean, I'm not a big mobile phone game anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
I liked it initially when the first few weeks of the game came out. Because the first day it came out, did you guys mind if I go on a little story time?
No, go ahead.
No.
So I used to have a few friends that they drove to my house because I was I was in high school when it came out because it's only been out.
4
how long has
years.
it been out? 4 years.
4 years.
Really?
Wow.
Okay, I guess I was in college then. But nevertheless, we went out. We went to to my downtown. We picked up a friend on the way there. So it was like 4 or 5 of us. We all went around my downtown. It's like right on the water, and it was like a big Pokeville. And pretty much almost everyone at the Poke was playing Pokemon Go on release, which is actually a really impressive thing if you really want to take that into account. Of how many people I saw like with their phones out, looking around and trying to find Pokemon. That's honestly, it was actually a really good smash hit like on the first day, because if you can get people from like a town, because our town's like it's not a town, it's actually a city, and we're not like a metropolis, but like we'll have a pretty good amount of size of people. But
Mhm.
having at least about 80% of the Poke girls on like a weekday, they'll playing your game, that's pretty good, I will say. And how many people I've met. Well, I didn't really meet them, like I don't talk to them, but like I met like at the day, like, hey, what's up, dude? And he's like, yeah, I caught this Pokemon, and he would show me and do all that. I think he had a really good thing.
So
The
it
only
was a
neg-
trend,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
and
the only
people followed
negative
through.
I really think about the game is I personally wanted more Pokemon Quickle, because they only in the initial launch they only had Gen 1 Pokemon, which were the ones that came out in 1996.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until I left the game and just stopped playing it completely, plus then some months, that even the second generation of Pokemon even came to the game, and even then it's limited. I'm not even sure what generation they're on now, but I thought
Sick.
rolling out of updates were too slow initially, that it lost a lot of its steam. And then also what our mobile games do, they actually don't do it so much for like a lot of mobile games will like lock you out of stuff, but they do heavily encourage you to spend money to get boosts and stuff like that. And all
Yeah,
that good
it
stuff.
became.
But it wasn't too bad, but it was definitely pay to win, because if you were to inject your points into your Pokemon, which is, by the way, the only time this is ever like a thing of like paying to like level up your Pokemon, because it's only the mobile version of this game. It just kind of like, if you just had like a good Pokemon and you just could just buy your way to make the Pokemon insane, and you would just win. And you really couldn't catch a Pokemon that well statted to compete with like someone who was just boosting the level all the way.
Well, the whole
But,
battle system in that game is just doesn't really
Yeah,
make
that
sense.
too. So for like the battling system, when I played it initially, it was just like one attack, and it was just like you would hit it.
Tapping on the screen.
Yeah, you would tap on the screen, but then you would have to wait for like a certain amount of time before you could tap and move again. So it was just a straight damage like number of like off cooldown. Just hit the button and just do damage before your opponent does more damage to you. And I can't even remember if they had the super effectiveness like rock paper scissors matchups of like typing.
I think they did.
Okay, if they did, I don't remember. I don't think I battled too many. But what I know the big thing was, and I don't know if it's still a thing. Well, I think it is, but they obviously with COVID they had to change it. But with the gym stops and stuff like that, well, like certain areas of your, city will like the go-to places for big gyms. So like whoever was like the best player would have the Pokemon set. They don't even have to like go defeat them. And then those like certain like stops that you would get like coins, Pokeballs, stuff like that from. And that stuff is cool. I just don't like the rest of the game. Like I think the integration to like the kind of like a not GPS, but like having all the roads and having all the locations and having all that stuff is cool. It's just after catching the Pokemon, it doesn't feel like a game to me.
I take it we've gone on to Pokemon Go.
Yes.
Sorry
We
about
have.
that.
What are your thoughts? on
I
Pokemon
went
Go?
through a very big stage of that in the very beginning, but have not played it for over a year.
So, I want to ask Blake the same question, Grim, not Grim, the other person that I confused the two of you to go. Lone.
Well,
Since we're
other
the three with
guy.
the most similar age, are you big into Pokemon, and were you always big into Pokemon? Man, Mon?
I went through a stage with. So I got two younger brothers. The youngest, like I'm 6 years older than the youngest, and as a way for sort of to, like, he was right into it. So for me, it was sort of a case of, all right, well, I'll be the big brother here and help him out, do what needs to be done, that kind of thing. And it kind of got me for a while. Like, mind you, I was very, very early days of Pokemon, like Red, Blue. I think the last one that I ever played was Crystal.
You lost me at red and blue.
Yeah. Me and Alone in the same boat that we just never got into. I don't have any younger siblings though. That might have been the difference, really.
So as a
I don't
kid,
know.
I kind of grew up with it. I started off on Game Boy Color, playing, I think it was red version, whichever one had the Charizard on the front.
Red.
That was
That
Red.
was red. Okay,
Red.
obviously because Charizard's fire type. Yeah. But
Sorry,
yeah,
did you play the first one or did you play the remakes? Did you play Fire Red or did you play Red?
no, it was the original Game Boy Color
Original
games.
Red.
Yeah,
Okay.
like when they first came out.
Okay, sorry.
I'm
Go
pretty
ahead.
sure somewhere floating around in my house I actually have red, blue, and yellow somewhere.
Well, I did collect the Pokemon cards. I never played the actual like battle game with them, card game.
Is there a collectible game?
Oh
Like,
no! Don't get started.
Pokemon trading card game is an actual.
No, not
thing.
that. No.
Not just cards.
Like a. I'm trying to. What you just said, the mobile thing that I have in a brain fart. Game Boy. Is there like a collectible Pokemon Game Boy game? Because I seem to remember somebody having one framed in their house, like it was like a thing, like the actual Game Boy game.
It could be the
Possible.
original Crystal one. 'Cause weren't those like rare cases? Some of them.
Oh, okay. Maybe that was it. I just remember somebody was like,
Some
oh.
of the Japanese ones were like really rare for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay. I was just curious about that. I just remember seeing that and thought that was weird. That'd be like me hanging up like, I don't know what I could compare that with. I don't have that kind of thing.
Comics.
I was having
I
a
was real
collectibles
into comics.
discussion. I was having a collectibles discussion with the family when I went down and visited them last weekend, and I have quite a large selection of basketball cards from like 1993 through to 1997 that could
So-
possibly be worth something.
Yeah, you got me. Yeah. So here's a roll. I know we're floating around topics here. Collectibles. Like for me, I did baseball cards for a little bit, and then I did Magic the Gathering for a long time. And I think I'm in the same boat as Good that I sold a card that I could have probably got thousands for. The Black Lotus. I had one.
Oh, you had.
Yeah, I had one.
What
I think I actually gave it away. I don't think I sold
Second
it.
hand.
right.
Yeah.
What condition was it?
Yeah.
Did you
It
give
probably wasn't pristine, but it was pretty damn close because I kept all mine. I had
Did you
first
have
off,
it
I
personally graded?
played with them, but that card wasn't one that I played with that often. So I had all my other cards in a binder, like in a little individual card protected binder, and then the cards I played with, I had freaking nerdies. Excuse me while I put my glasses on. I had card protectors for the card when I would actually have a deck that I would play with. I would cycle them out in card protectors. And the way I got them is a weird thing. My dad bought 2 boxes on eBay, and I say boxes. Each box probably had thousands of cards in them, and I just cycled through them and got the ones I wanted. But yeah, when I got a certain age and was like, I'm kind of done with this, I ended up giving it to, I can't remember, a kid or something. And yeah, it's
Here.
just I don't know even where it's
Oh,
at.
that kid me.
I've disowned you.
Tens of $1,000s on you selling it.
Yeah, you can't look in the past too much.
Yes, you can.
I mean, if you
I,
do,
um,
you'll cry. I bet you that's not the only thing worth money I've gotten rid of or thrown away or sold or,
I've collected as a kid and I collect right now Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I played both games.
So Yu-Gi-Oh, I did collect them and play the card game.
I love Magic.
Have you played the mobile game?
Yu-Gi-Oh mobile game?
Yeah, it's called Duel Links.
Oh, yeah, I know about it, but the one I originally played was a one for the handheld Sony. I'm not sure what the device is called.
Is
You
that the
know,
one
it's
where you
Five.
could
big rectangle, and you had like it
Game
was
Boy
like-
Advance?
It was no Sony's. It was PlayStation's like DS counter.
PSP?
Vita?
PSP?
Vita. PSP.
The Vita, yeah.
PSP.
PSP.
I
Sorry,
had
that's
one of
right.
those.
PlayStation Portable.
Yes.
I have
no, I played
3 of those and 2 of
I had a
the
PSP.
Vitas.
when I played Yu-Gi-Oh! It was on the PSP. Like the video game. When I actually played, I played the physical codes.
Yeah.
And actually, I do have an interesting story from that. But the quick summary is, as a kid, obviously you don't make the best decks. You just throw codes together.
I was very good at it.
And I had a
I was very strategic.
I had a very random code called Tiger Dragon. And when I went to the very first time I actually played against like someone that wasn't like someone at my school, and I went to a comic shop.
They destroyed it.
The guy I played the code. The guy, because usually when you play like a code game in person, they might pick up your code, look at it to read the fine text and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He picked it up, talked to the guy behind him who's actually playing a match, showed the guy my code, and was like, "Yeah, I've never seen this code. What is this?" And I just remember being like a very young kid, just like being very confused on why this guy just took my code, and for like 2 minutes was talking to a guy. But I've learned obviously I've learned how to play the game since then. And speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, that game, have you seen it now, Grims, with how it's played now?
I've seen some of it, and I'm just like, what?
Does anyone else play any kind of code games like Magic or Hearthstone anymore?
I play Hearthstone.
Okay.
I
You
play
know-
the Magic game on the computer. That's a card game. That's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
play the Magic MTG Arena.
Yeah,
you guys-
that's like having the cards without having the physical space to have the cards.
So when I say OTK, you guys know what I mean when OTK, right?
Oh yeah,
No.
I know where this is going.
Okay. So, like Hearthstone and Magic follow pretty good rules of usually it takes you a while to cycle codes to build an OTK. Most Yu-Gi-Oh decks, within 1 or 2 turns, the game is done. Most decks become OTK decks in some regard. Whether it is usually just mass summoning monsters and then just straight up attacking them 1 turn, or crazy effects that bounce off each other, where I've seen whole decks without like few codes just cycle through and then just win. They don't have a turn limit, so I have seen matches where it takes a guy 10 minutes to go through his turn and then he just wins. and the opponent just doesn't get to do anything. There's no counterplay.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of that would kind of be a really terrible fix if it was a physical card game.
most of the
Well,
time,
it's like
it's usually when you draw your first like 5 cards. Is if you see like 2 or 3 key pieces, then you know you can basically cycle through your deck and win. But if you don't see those pieces, you just hope your opponent doesn't have those, 'cause then you lose. And
it's
then
like
you
I
just
don't know about Blake
fold.
with Magic and all that, but I hate it playing against a life gain deck
Oh yeah, I heard that.
because they'd barely do any damage to you, but they would just be. They start off with 20, and then by the end of it, they like have so much life you can't even touch them. You could hit them with your biggest monster, and it's like meh, and they sit there and peck you to death. Generally, how those work.
I was about to say, when you guys play these games, do you like to play more rush type decks, like aggro decks? Do you like to play
I
more
play control. I like control.
mid range, more like
And
I
high
have
mid-range.
I think I have aggression issues because I like to play like red and
red? Yeah, okay.
red is aggression. By the way, red is like usually red is
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've gotten
And
my.
I'm the person who has
what's
no idea
creatures
what the
red
heck
like?
you guys are talking
Yeah.
about.
red and
Did
Did you
green
mean
is my
Gwent?
favorite.
It's
Gwent
a deck
from
archetype.
The
so
Witcher
like each
I don't
deck.
even know what the heck what game you're even talking about. Never
and
heard
Mac.
of
Magic?
Any-
Magic and Hearthstone.
it. Never
Yeah.
heard of it.
Mac, I
Oh,
did
okay.
play
Magic
Oh,
and
Magic
played
Hearthstone
red,
follow
silver,
the closest together when it comes to
and
game
Ruby.
modes.
That's as far as I went on Pokemon
Um,
games.
I typically like to play more mid-rangey kind of decks, the decks that generally follow like a certain oak type of how it's supposed to be played, where you're basically like half monsters, half spells when it comes to like regards to like so you're trying to do equal both parts.
Yeah, it's-
You don't like super aggro, but you're not controlling, or you're definitely not OTK. Or like you'll
Well,
you know,
the
you'll
the red decks I like to play generally have a lot of creatures that are like relatively small, but then you have like damage cards that are just real bad. And then there's
straight
then
damage
Yeah,
to-
you're a burn player. You
Yeah.
play burn.
yeah.
Well, I also play green, which is with it has to be a certain type of green. It has to be like giant monster green, where you just like bring out all these little little creatures, and then you bring out this giant thing that's just like this times this equals this, and it's just ridiculously big. I like that too. Sometimes it depends what kind of mood I'm in, but I
have a
usually
very,
don't
very-
do black, white, or blue. None of those are real in my thing.
When I played for like about a few weeks, I followed. I don't know how much you saw of Justin playing Ray when he was playing the Magic Twitch Rivals like about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked his deck a lot, and it was a green-black deck. Where you use the green to I forget what the keyword is, but basically I think it was just drawing a card off of a. It wasn't scry. It was it was like explore, something
Ooh,
like that.
okay, yeah. So it was a historic deck, so it would have been Golgari Explore. basically, yeah.
Yes, I think so. It was it was like you had trance that basically would gain 1/1 every time you did that.
Yeah.
So the whole goal was like you could get the trance, and then you had like elves that would cycle stuff that you could also
Yeah,
attack them.
that's yeah, that was very popular for a little. The other one that was popular near that time, and Blake might remember this one. There was a white deck that had a lot of like the knights, and it like would duplicate and double and all that kind of stuff. You remember that
Oh,
one?
Yeah.
Was it the vampire one?
No, it wasn't vampires. It was knights, and like there was a card that you could play,
Okay.
and it would generate like a bunch of 1/1 tokens, and like
Yes,
it would if you
yes.
had so many knights. Did it have vampires in it too?
I know what you're talking about. Those two different ones. There was the night one, which is mostly white, and there was a white red that I saw that had
Yeah,
vampires
yeah.
in it.
Yeah. Those are both popular. It doesn't hear the
I
same
remember
time.
seeing because Good was playing the same event, and he's using I think the night deck, the white
Yeah.
one.
And
But-
like when you do tokens like that, because there's a couple greens that do that too. Tokens can just overwhelm you with these little 1/1s.
Yes, that's why I hate it. Is because every time I would attack with like something like a 3/5 or something, well, it's like usually most of the time I would win, but because he would just block with like a 1 token, and then he would send 5 tokens to face. It was just like, oh well, I guess I just lose because he's too wide.
Hmm.
But I think we'll probably swap to another topic, as I think most people don't want to talk about Magic. So
Especially for people who don't know what the heck
it was
it is.
something hand in hand with Magic. Sometimes maybe some Magic players maybe are being a little socially awkward. So Ray, would you like to talk about being a little
That's-
socially awkward?
Actually, I want to talk about mine is a little more funny than that, believe it or not.
You were the one who did say socially awkward, though. You
Yeah,
know that.
the reason I'm saying so
That's why I cycled it to him.
my thing about being social awkward is yes, I'm not sometimes, me people not so good, but that's not what I'm talking about. For me, social awkward is when you go through the drive-through and they hand you your meal, and you're like thank you, and they're like enjoy your meal, and you go you too. Or when you're leaving a hotel and they go, I hope you enjoyed your stay. You too. And then you walk out. You just walk out. You just pretend it never happened.
I just saw a video on Facebook about that too. The movie theater guy was like, "Enjoy your movie. You too."
Yeah, it's just like I do it all the time, and I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't stop myself.
I think those type of things are very innocent because you're trying to be polite. You always go, yeah, you too. Like, have a good
what
day,
would you
too."
respond to if you bought pretzels from a place and they say, "Have a pretzel day"?
You too.
What would your answer be?
See, but that's more of a have a good day.
Yeah, that
can
fits
be
better
more
than enjoy your meal. You too.
So I
hope
think
you enjoyed buying your car with us. You too.
I think that comes from anticipating what they're gonna say. You're in your mind, they're gonna say, "Thank you, have a good day," and that's where you already have a response going.
Yeah.
Like a reflex.
Yeah, it's really reflects, and sometimes I don't know. Sometimes, and there's the other thing for me. Like here, I talk as you guys know, I like to talk to you guys. But when I'm out in public, and random people start talking to me, I just nod a lot. I'm like, why? And this is the thought I have in my head.
I have
What about my looks makes you think I'm a nice, sociable person? Because I need to change that.
Well, so I just took a college class for communication, and shaking your head and all that. That's nonverbal communication, and that's an act, or that's I guess appropriate.
I also cross my arms all
response.
the time to try and be the standoffish guy, but it doesn't work. Some old 60-year-old lady will come talk to me like I'm a grandson or something, and I'm just like, what? Why? What have I done? I mean, it's nice. I'm polite. I'm not good. I don't yell in their face, but
Unless you don't have a mask on, right?
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother topic right there. I call my dad if I yell and if I get mad enough to say something, it'll be very loud because I call it my dad coming out because he's got that personality, and I can do it and it'll be real bad. You guys have never heard
Go
that.
fuck yourself works great.
I try to keep that very deep. The anger.
Can confirm.
Like the Hulk. That's how I don't Hulk out, as I remain angry all the time.
I will say one problem I have when I do go out ever so often, pre-COVID, but sometimes I will think people are talking to me when they're not talking to me. And I will respond to something if someone says, and I kind of I look at them. They don't notice it, but I thought they will talk to me. I'm like, oh, you're not responding. I'm like, oh, okay, that's not me. And I just try to leave the situation and just leave as fast as I can.
But I like more than that when I used to work in a place where we had people coming off the street and stuff. They'll be talking to you and you're answering, like you'll answer multiple questions, and then they'll give you this look and turn their head, and you'll see the Bluetooth thing in their ear, and you're like, what the hell?
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of like, since I just started a new job 3 weeks ago, or not a new job, but new place, COVID, mask. Everybody has nice eyes. I mean, how do you learn people from just looking at their eyes?
Yeah.
There's
a bit of,
I'm sorry, but that's a very good, just in one sense. Everyone has nice eyes.
I do that all the time. I'll be like, you got some nice eyes.
My eyes are bloodshot. I stay up late. My eyes are always at least one of those.
I imagine your eyes are bloodshot for other reasons.
Nah.
Not the illegal reasons, just the you stay up late yelling at your computer reasons.
Why do you guys always paint Abe as being a very angry man?
That's how he seems.
Minecraft,
7 Days to Die a little bit. I think Abe lets his anger slip a little bit. It's like a little bit peeks out every once in a while.
I've never heard him get super angry. I've always just heard he's like.
He'll never get angry at a person, I don't think.
I feel like this has come up because in my family we had a history of talking loudly, and we've gone over that. But because we like sometimes yell across the house or just sometimes escalate our voice, and we've gotten the habit of telling each other, hey, we're raising our voice. And I think I might actually accidentally bleed that over sometimes in regular conversations. So I think that's where that comes out. because I also have trouble like gauging my own voice volume when I'm like wearing headphones. Because to me, I think, oh, I'm not talking loud
Sorry,
enough.
something else is happening. And, I
Grim-
couldn't,
Sorry.
I couldn't keep my
Grim
laughter
stop?
in.
No.
No,
Okay.
no.
I'm trying to pick up a
Blake-
plow and Blake
Blake
knocked and
just-
pushed me over with
yeah,
a harvester.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So,
I was
yeah,
trying to be
dude.
quiet about it, but I was very mad.
You need some help?
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah,
No.
I try not to be the angry persona, but honestly, it's something that not you guys have been the only ones to say it, and I'm okay with being that person, being just by my voice being assumed that, but my personality isn't really an aggressive type of person.
Yeah.
I've never heard like, Abe be like, well, it's like super like ragey.
Rage,
As I've
rage at a
heard,
video game.
But,
It's not
I-
really rage he has.
It's just a loud
It's
voice every now and then.
kind of not smirkiness, but he gets that tone. You can tell when Abe
Yeah.
gets going because he gets that tone.
No. Oh.
I can understand that.
I've never
you
noticed it
watching this?
personally, but
Huh?
Sorry. I was breakdancing with my tractor to try and flip it back over.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
we can go back on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not that. I don't think Abe is actually angry. If I thought he was angry, I would say it because I'm just that type of person. But I think it's fun. Some of the stuff Abe says just makes me laugh. I think Abe has made me laugh more in this group than maybe him and Blake are the two tied for making me laugh the most. It's just the stuff they sometimes say. It's just.
Well, to be
It-
honest, I don't really talk with people too much outside of like on the computer, so it's actually
Mhm.
kind of it's been difficult to like understand.
Well, no,
the
I love it.
conversation
I
flow.
love it, and I think
So
you know
that's
you're
where my
funny.
awkward words can sometimes come from.
And I think sometimes when you say this stuff, you know you're saying it funny because just the delivery is just like sometimes the deadest pan delivery
Oh,
you've ever heard.
Yes, yes, agreed.
And I think you're like you just know in your mind you're going, this is funny. I'm just gonna say it just like this because it's funny, and it is. I love it. Makes me laugh.
We have plenty of
I
sound
think
clips for it
when
too.
when we played the tabletop, when we played Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, I,
we-
like when I was reading for Zab, I was really trying to emphasize my words there.
Yeah, no,
That was
I feel
really
like
good.
Those are when it's the best is when it's just those situations of.
Yeah,
something
and you could
so
tell from that his sense of humor. You could kind of pick it up through it. Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna read the message real quick.
Okay.
It says, Abe is my best friend and he doesn't even know it. And that's from Zap.
Aw.
Thank you, Zab.
Such a cute couple.
I feel like Abe could be a very if he do you ever want to go into comedy, Abe? Is that something you think you could do?
To be honest, I've seen comedians, and I've actually had that like I had sort of that idea when I was like maybe 10 or 12 because I always thought I could probably try doing something funny, but then I was like, when I saw more comedians, I was like, it doesn't seem as easy as you think because you need like a lot of experience. Most comedians do either have have like a stick or they like have experience that they can make funny. And I really didn't have that much experience in my life. I've been pretty plain, to be honest. So I don't
think, for what I understand, not to break, but I've looked into this a little bit too, is comedians, from what I understand, from what I've read and seen, you got to be willing to fail a lot
yeah, that
to be a
too.
comedian. You know, you got to go up on the stage and bomb a lot before
I
you
was-
get that.
What I was trying to tell Abe was I think like not saying that he needs to become like a straight up like comedian of like doing stand up and then doing like being like I'm so funny man, but I'm saying I think he himself can like on a show if you were to play like the straight man character of everything is like insane, though insane things going on, but Abe is just not even if he doesn't know if he's just used to it, but I'm sure you guys know like what a straight man character is. Well, they're just like very monotone. They're always just like.
I could totally see that.
They accept everything. I think Abe can really do that because I think Abe has such a I think you have a very nice voice, Abe. And I'm sure you actually handle situations. I'm sure you can play a character that'd be very close to you, that could just have these things go on. You could write. Obviously, you could write stuff and do that if you were to make your own show. But I think you could also play that character that you'd be like, oh, I just accept these things are happening and stuff. And maybe once in a while, if you want to, add it, and your character, gets mad at something, you could do that.
Yeah.
Like,
But
yeah.
I think you could also play it very good, like,
That's
Straight
a
man.
good example. I
Every
completely
comedy
agree with
needs a
that.
straight man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you ever wanted to pursue something like that, I feel like that would be probably like a really good thing that you could do. Granted, that's up if you want to do that.
I
but
think
that's
most
before you
comedy
actually-
duos, the way they usually work is there's a straight man and a goofy guy, and that's how it kind of works.
That's what I was saying. Is I think
Yeah.
Abe could definitely. I think those are really good role that he has.
That's a really good description because that I always felt like anytime I would think of something comedic, then that was the other half that I think you described perfectly. Oh, the
Pause,
bot
pause.
left.
Pause. Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh, is the bot actually recording?
Yeah, the bot.
audio?
Probably
that's the only
because that's
thing
where we can get
recorded.
any clip.
Oh, okay.
Do we need to wait long?
That and me recording myself.
I did.
Now recording.
Let's give us.
Yep.
By the way, I just noticed Ray changed his name in the Discord.
That's how I
Okay.
introduced myself. My name's kind of
I'll
magic.
go ahead. I'll go ahead and reset.
You can resume.
3, 2, 1.
It up.
Why did it cycle again? Anyways, we're back. Sorry, we have a Discord bot that records audio, and it just went away for a second. But basically, I just want to wrap that up, saying I think Abe does have a career in comedy if he chooses to. But
Yeah.
if you guys want to move on to something,
Or
no, actually, I want to move to a topic that Abe himself brought up: space, the final frontier. Tell me
These
a
are the
little about-
voyages of the farm.
Tell me a little. What's your favorite thing about space, Abe?
So big.
yeah, not to be what Grims is implying, but yeah, I really do enjoy space a lot, especially when I was young. Well, even now, but I'm actually my career set is chemist, but I really got interested in space because of that. Anything that I learned of space when I was young.
Well, maybe you could do maybe you can go into the ISS if you want to do that, and you become like a chemist.
No, that thing, that thing is too old. If I ever go to space, I'm gonna go on their new space station.
Okay, well, I'm saying, would you want to go on the career path of becoming a space chemist and trying to work out like the chemistry solutions in space? Now, granted, I don't know obviously what we need to solve in space, but obviously botany is a big one.
Yeah, the environment in space is just completely insane, especially just the fact of not having an atmosphere. But the problems that you need to solve in space are like nothing anyone has ever thought of, which is why it's also really fascinating.
Mhm.
Because you have to survive in a good atmosphere, you have to survive radiation, you have to survive without gravity, and it's a
You go
pretty
blind if you're in space for too long.
yeah, it's a bunch of challenges, and that's why it's also
One of the
really
biggest
interesting.
things really is like dealing with the radiation. Like a lot of people don't realize it, but the radiation is what's keeping the majority of space exploration limited to around Earth.
Mhm.
Well, we obviously it's harder for us to go towards the sun because the sun.
Well, it's not that. It's the Earth has a special magnetic, basically, shield that helps with the radiation. So, and really nobody's been beyond that point.
Right. Well, I'm saying in general, it's hard to like both reasons. I mean, there's obviously a lot of
Hey,
reasons
Abe,
why
thanks for the follow.
it's hard to go to space, but yeah, I think there's a ton of issues. But I'm very interested to seeing what we can do with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just like right now, they're actually making they're trying to make organs up in the ISS right now. So, I mean, it's something they can't do here, but they can do it up there because there's less gravity, there's microgravity. So that's something they can get away with a little easier up there than they can down here. Just 3D printing organs.
I actually did not know that. Something I
Mhm.
learned today.
That's something that they're doing right now. So testing it up there. They're using like heart tissue, 3D printed heart tissue, and actually having it not pump, but what's the word I'm looking for? Actually,
Circulate?
not circulate, but actually move. Send an electric signal in there and actually having it. I'm trying not to tip my tongue. Yeah, pulse, but when your muscles contract. Thank you. That's what it is.
Who'd you say thank you to?
That's what I was
Myself.
wondering.
I was
too.
thinking to myself.
It's okay.
I'm
that
here,
was-
no, I'm here doing whole hand gestures like to the camera, like
He did a mental high five.
Yeah, I was like, thank you. I'm proud of myself. Thank you. I'm gonna pat myself in the back right now.
I like to think of the meme of Obama giving a medal to Obama.
That's immediately what I thought.
Yeah.
But I like space more for the thinking of the future, especially when it comes to things like science fiction. Because my favorite movie of all time is Alien. So I like thinking of like when we get to, obviously not a point of when can we even get an alien to like try to kill civilization, but more of when can we actually start doing commercial things in space where we can actually start exploring and having colonies on different planets, and if that's feasible.
I mean, at the
And-
rate we're going, Elon. I mean, it might be in for some of you guys' future, but us older folk.
We're not that old.
It's
I
okay.
know.
Life expectancy is extended due to actually a lot of modern advances we consider the computer, the modern computer, a lot of medical stuff is all due to the space race in the 60s. That caused a lot of advancements. Like it still baffles me. People don't know that the phone you carry in your pocket has more computing power than the freaking rocket we sent to the moon.
Oh yeah.
Because that was back in the days of transistors, and you were very limited back then.
I will carry a photo of you, Lon, when we finally touch down on Mars. And I'll leave it there so that you can finally get to Mars.
Let's go ahead and talk about who, if you had your opportunity to go to Mars, who would go?
I would.
No.
I probably would.
Can I take
I
it?
would.
Are we talking one-way trip or returnable?
Then how long would it take to
It
get
would
there
take-
and come
It
back?
like
takes
half a
it takes
year?
8 years
No.
or 8 months to get there.
Wait, no, because there's a certain. Okay, let's think
Okay.
about this logically. There's a point when Mars is closer to Earth,
At
right?
the closest point, it's 7 to 8 months. At the
Okay,
furthest
like-
point, it's
how
a year
long
and a
does
half
like
to get
going
there.
through a straight line.
but here's the thing. How long does it take to get back to that point? You know what I mean? Because it's going to
it's
continue to go
Just
round.
over 2 years.
Okay, so that's how long. Let's say that.
Round
So
trip.
call it 3 years round
Yeah,
trip.
3 years round
Three
trip.
and a half years round trip.
Yeah, I'd
Mhm.
do it.
I'm fine with
I
I
doing
served in the
round
military for 4 years.
trip. I'm fine doing round trip or one way.
I'm more of a one-way person. I'm sorry, I'm not a people person. There's
Neither
too
am
many
I.
people here.
I think you'd have to be closer to people there than you would here.
Well, no, I can do small group. I mean, I can do smaller groups, but
Well,
like
yeah, I can work with people if we're looking for a solution, looking
Correct.
for common good. But I don't care if if we're going though to try to set up something, and I know that we don't have a chance to come back. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, what the saddest thought I just had. I just had the most horrible thought about the human race.
hmm,
How long after we colonize do you think before the first murder happens?
hmm.
Or something
As
like that.
as we're going into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah, if
on
the
who
Grim
you're-
is there, yes.
Damn
Depends
right.
on who you're sending, though. Are we gonna
Yeah.
go the route of only select people chosen by the government, or are we gonna go the route of as soon as it becomes commercial, or is it gonna be highest, highest paid ticket goes? Or are we gonna
That's-
start sending say prisoners, and because it'll be like, okay, we're gonna have a voluntary thing, like, hey, we can send you
It's-
to space, but
It's an interesting discussion because if you start talking about colony, then you can start talking about married couples and literally, having kids and colonizing. But then if you're talking about selecting, then you're getting into the whole eugenics thing,
Mhm.
on purpose or not. You're saying, hey, we're only sending the brightest, and I think Heinlein talked about this a couple times in some of his books. You got to be careful. That's a slippery slope,
Well,
We don't
Well,
want.
obviously, when I meant slucking, I was not thinking. I was
Yeah,
not
I
thinking
know.
that
I know you
direction.
didn't think it, but that's what I'm saying is that that's a real dangerous, slippery slope to get onto. Because
Yeah.
then you get the superior. We're superior than them, and all that kind of
I
stuff.
was
I mean,
thinking.
people are people. At
I
the
was
end of the day.
thinking mixed diverse cast, not selective that way. But
So
Because
I'd
I've heard
s-
that rumor too. Oh, you got to be a chemist, or you got to be a nuclear physicist, or
so
well,
I
no,
think
actually, I think you need more practical people to
Yeah.
actually build stuff and
yeah,
do that role.
if
I
they
need a
start sending
farmer.
people there, it's gonna be people who know how to like actually um
You
what's
can
the
have
word?
electrician, plumber, and you're gonna have a handyman. Those are the kind of people you're gonna send first.
I,
Because
I'll
if they literally cannot set up anything, there's no way a chemist or botanist are gonna be able to do
Yeah,
anything.
well, I'll tell you right now, the most ingenious people I've ever met. I do live in the South, but some of the most ingenious people is small farmers. They'll make stuff work. They'll make things work in ways that make no sense to an engineer, but they'll make them work.
Well,
And it's
that's
just
also
desperation,
using
I guess.
yeah, it's desperation. It's also using unique methods and stuff. Also using things that are gonna be temporary, and they know they're temporary, but they're like just like duct tape.
Yeah.
Duct tape is like such a useful tool, but it has an expiration on it because eventually that it will break over time. It will slowly stuff like that. But it's one of those things where you have to use practicality versus on the books small because I think like when we start sending colonization, if that we ever get to that point, I think it has to be the like handyman and stuff like that, like people that are going to build, because if you don't build, we're doomed. Formals, we're gonna have to find a way to send formals, because sure you can have a botanist want to plant like trees and do stuff like that, but if you don't have a sustainable food source like potatoes, wheat, and stuff like that, you ain't
Mhm.
living. You're dead.
Yeah. Yeah, because there ain't going to be normal shipments. Not that kind of commute.
Then there's also you got to think about again electrician to make sure they can set up stuff and then monitor a plumber because as humans we do make waste, so you need to have someone who can filter the waste and then dispose of it. However,
Well, and the
done.
big thing there is they're going to have to, I think they already have, they're going to have something that converts your urine to water.
Yeah, again that'll be like a filtration. You have to do all that good stuff, which
Recycling water is going to be a major thing,
can't
unless
wait
they
to
can
drink
find
piss water.
I think they found that the caps are actually water. Now, what type of water that is, it's frozen water, but I mean, you can
Well, you mean
unfreeze water.
ice?
Ice.
Type
Yes.
ice. Well,
Well,
there is
yeah.
multiple types of water, but I'm pretty much I'm assuming you're saying ice.
Yeah, but I'd
some
say
sort of a
type of
brine
water. It could
ice
be
though,
like,
so it's really salty.
yeah,
From what
so
I've
it'd still have to be desalinated. I think
and
is
it's
the word.
not just it's not regular sort of table salts as well. It's some pretty
There'll have to be a lot of
dangerous stuff.
probing and stuff before we figure out what we're gonna do.
So,
No.
kind of speaking of salt, I got a question in chat over here that I'm kind of going to just throw out there. It says, do you think anybody's come in space?
Yes, they
Yes.
sent a married. The sex has happened on the space station. I guarantee you, because they sent a married couple to the space station.
And it does say astronauts have said they have. So
Yeah. Oh, and let's be honest. It's NASA and scientists. They're going to want to test all kinds of things in space.
Okay, so follow-up question, and I know Ray is probably gonna laugh, but how do you thrust?
I assume you hold on.
They use
There's slugs and
slings.
stuff.
well,
Yeah,
it's not
there's
the
like
thrust you would have to worry about. I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, for was it
every
Isaac,
action has an equal and opposite
thank you.
reaction. Slamming
So-
her head into the wall. Yeah,
well,
that would
it's
be a
not
problem.
that.
Or his head.
When the
whichever
guy
one comes first.
goes, does it actually give you enough force where it actually pushes your ass back?
I don't think on the space station. Would it? No, because you're both equal. Well, that's a really good. That's a question. That baffles me.
When you brought up the topic of SpaceX, my first thing was a 69, but they're both floating around, and just spinning around.
I can only imagine because you see the balls of water in space. You see this little white ball, a little
So,
white
wait,
ball just floating.
Like the balls of water, they do on purpose. Most of the time, they keep it in pouches. Do you think they go in a pouch and just like don't drink out of that pouch? I'm just saying. Don't ask. Just don't drink out of it.
Okay, but I was
If
gonna-
you got to do your thing, that's where you do it into.
Do you just let's say do they have like a special little area? Well,
And like once a week, they
Well,
inject it into space.
Okay. This is probably gonna get wrong, but I mean, if you think how they have to use the restroom, it's a vacuum.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
see, thank you.
Yeah, they just shoot that shit right into space, don't they? Just
It's
the
frozen out
world
there
is
still.
surrounded by cum and poop.
I can't wait for reports of some mysterious liquid comes down from space.
Why is this rain white? Don't ask.
Why is it
Well,
salty?
I was gonna segue from food, but Lone has brought us to this.
This
But-
place we can't leave.
Hey, it is
But-
chat. Thank you.
I was gonna say there was a topic about food, so I don't know if you guys were appetizing for this, but Grims, why don't you tell us about your topic of pineapple on pizza? Are you for it or against it?
I'm for it. I love it. That's what I get.
I like it.
I don't understand.
If I'm
the-
hungry enough.
I don't really have. This is going to be a controversial opinion on this. I don't care.
Saying
I'll
I
eat
don't
it if
care
it's there. I won't eat it if it's not.
Okay, so how
Let me
many
put it
or
this way.
4? Actually, let's
Again,
go
if
down-
I'm hungry enough, I
let's
don't
go,
mind.
let's go down the list. Blake, yes or no? Or
It's
or whatever.
pizza. I eat it regardless.
So you would say yes if someone gave you a slice.
Yes.
I wouldn't order it, but yeah, I'd eat it if it was there.
Abe, slice or yes? You said.
If I was hungry enough, and let's say it was, it's like multiple other pizzas and the other ones were gone, then yeah, probably.
So it would be like a last shelf, but you would.
Yeah, it's like there's like preferences for pizza. It's not my first, but
Right.
I can
I'm
say that for a
saying,
lot of
would you-
things.
I'm just asking, would you eat it?
Yeah.
Grims, or no? You already said yes.
Mhm.
Lone.
So, Grims, would you actually go out and order it specifically?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
pretty much what I order wherever I go, or whenever I
Lone.
eat.
Okay.
You
So, is
pineapple?
it Hawaiian or is it barbecue chicken with pineapple
Are you asking
that you
Grims?
order?
Wait, what's
Yeah,
the question?
What could- when
Yeah,
you when you put pineapple on it, what do you get? The Hawaiian, which is ham, or
So-
do you get like barbecue chicken, or barbecue chicken with that pineapple? on it?
Neither.
Hmm.
I get
What do you get?
Pepperonis and
yeah.
pineapples.
regular
You
pepperoni.
said ham. That was weird.
Yeah, no, I just like.
Well, that's Hawaiian.
That's
I've never
Hawaiian.
had like
Hawaiian
Hawaiian,
pizza, it's ham
but
and pineapple.
That is
yeah.
the most common.
I've always thought
pineapple pizza.
pepperonis and pineapples would go together better because pepperoni's got that little bit of spiciness and pineapple's got that little bit of sweetness.
yeah.
So Lone, would you eat pineapple? on
Oh
pizza?
yeah, that will. I just gave you my 2 pieces, or pizzas.
Oh, Hawaiian and then the
She
chicken.
gave you 2 pieces of pineapple pizza.
I don't know. I think
Uh,
that's people don't like it because other people have said they don't like it, or have criticized it.
I don't think that's necessarily true because I don't say I don't like a food until I eat it, and then I'm like, I don't like that.
So what about you, Ray?
I'll
to
eat it.
pineapple?
I mean, and I've actually ordered it before. It's not my favorite. It's not my go-to, but I'll order it if I like I said, if I want that sweet and spicy kind of. That's what you're getting from that, really. Is the sweet, spicy, salty, sweet kind of thing. And if I feel
Well-
like it, I'll get it.
Okay, what about you two?
I don't like pizza.
Oh,
So-
There's a controversial opinion.
Yeah,
well,
I have 2 very controversial opinions. I hate pizza and I hate cake. Those 2 things can go away from the earth, and I don't care.
I'm not a big fan of cake, actually. I like baking cakes. I don't like eating them.
Mm.
That's a weird statement.
so what I can gather from this is we have 5 yes would eat pizza, 1 absolutely I don't even eat pizza.
Oh, I'll
then-
eat it if I have to, but I absolutely hate it.
Okay, 1 I hate pizza but I will eat it, and then I guess my opinion is I hate pineapple, so there's no way I would eat it.
What about bananas?
I haven't.
Banana pizza?
I've not.
I've
had
never had it. I'm just curious.
banana on a pizza or banana.
Oh,
Banana pizza, yeah. Or or
if it's-
apples or pears or
If
something
it's,
else.
if it's what I call a dessert
Oh,
pizza,
dessert
or
pizzas.
it's like a custard
Mm.
like
Oh
sauce.
yeah,
pizza.
like you get at Cece's Pizza.
Well, see, I mean, dessert pizza, you can use, cream cheese. There used to be one I used to do. It used to be you take your little croissants, that you roll up and that. But no, you do a flat sheet. Put you like a what was it? It was cream cheese, and then you take like the ranch powder mix that together, and then you can put like kiwis, stuff like that on it. And that was like a dessert pizza.
There
Yeah.
was a pizza joint down the road from where I used to live back home that did like a Nutella chocolate
Mm.
pizza. It was absolutely amazing.
I have a very interesting pizza here. If you guys want to hear thoughts about this,
Mhm.
potato pizza.
Like a potato crust, or
A
It's
latke?
it's a
Potato
regular
dough?
it's a regular pizza, like regular pizza dough, but then you have potato, bacon, cheese, sour cream, and a little green onion.
I mean, that's like a loaded baked potato pizza to me. I
exactly.
mean, anything can be turned into a pizza if you really think about it.
Well, I'm saying is that too far for anyone here, or is that acceptable?
Well, actually, let me say this. There is one pizza I like, and it's probably no people will have heard of it. A BLT pizza.
Nope. I've
Bacon
heard of it.
lettuce. There's lettuce on a pizza.
Yes, it's
Mhm.
delicious.
Well, here, back before I moved, there was a place called Pizza Junkies. They had some pizzas called like the Ricky Bobby, where it was half tomato sauce and half barbecue sauce with meat. They also had a Doritos pizza.
That shouldn't exist.
So
Was the
I'm
crust
gonna find
great?
it. No. It was basically like kind of not a taco pizza, but it was it had your lettuce and that, but they topped it with like a layer of Doritos. I'll find it and put it in the Discord chat.
It's probably not too bad. Let's say if it was like Doritos crust, then that's maybe pushing it. But if it's like Doritos sprinkled on like a little topping, I don't think it's too bad. I also won't
Speaking,
put. Go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead. No, I was gonna not change, but go into something else with the food.
Oh, I was gonna say last thing I said, I won't never put someone down because of the pizza taste, even if they get something like pineapple or anchovies or black olives. Even though I wouldn't go over near that. But I think if you were to tell me that like I'm doing something bad because I'm not eating that, like if I'm not eating those things, then I'm not enjoying the pizza. Then I think that's a little strange. But sorry, go ahead, Lum. Transfer to.
Well, it's not really transferring. Let's talk about weird things that you actually have eaten or tried.
Oh, okay.
My weird thing is what I like, and I actually have gotten other people to try it: Oreos with canned cheese.
That
Canned
goes back to
cheese?
it goes back to the salty sweet thing. I think.
Canned cheese. I've never heard of
spray
I've never
cheese.
tried it, but I could see.
Oh, spray cheese.
Yeah.
No, I hate spray cheese.
I'm
Probably
not a huge
try
fan
that.
of spray cheese, but I could try it and see before I say anything.
You
Yeah.
want to go down? You guys want to
It
go
took-
down the
it-
list and sorry, go ahead.
Sure.
It took a couple people, like people are like, no, I'm not. That sounds disgusting and all that. Then I get down here, have my sister try it, and now she like loves it. It's like it's just something about it. I mean, like Greg said, it's the salty and sweet.
You guys want to go down the list if you want to start us off, Blake? Well, I guess Lone started us off, but if you guys, everyone wants to have their own little weird food. So if Lone
Hell, there's plenty of weird things. Like being Australian, one of our pastimes is basically eating whatever we can kill. I mean, you guys have any of you guys actually tried kangaroo?
No, but I would.
No, I try it.
Yeah, I try
like I
it.
said, I'm all for trying foods. There's not many foods I wouldn't try, just out of principle.
I remember I can't remember exactly where it was, but there was one of those camp things that you do in primary school. Oh, we had basically all of the animals that you would think that are classically sort of like the Australian native wildlife, and we just cooked them all up and ate them. So we had
you guys have to cook them, or
no, it was all cooked for us.
Okay.
Crocodile, we had emu, we had kangaroo, all of those things. Like you basically eat them. But
I've
the
eaten
weird,
emu. That's not a weird one to me, at least.
the like one of those weird quirky taste things was peanut butter, tomato, and banana sandwich.
Ooh, mayo and bananas on a sandwich.
What you said tomato?
Yeah,
Thank you,
Tomato,
Marlon.
yeah.
Tomatoes were weird.
Peanut butter and hot pickle.
I haven't had a mayo banana sandwich in a long time. Is that a southern thing?
Yes.
No, no.
Oh,
It's a Midwest thing too. So
Okay.
ugh, I can't agree. The only one I can agree with is maybe peanut butter on pickle, but even then,
It's not like a bunch of
That's
pregnant women. I'll just put that out there.
yeah, no, it really is. That's basically what it sounds like.
Mayo
but
banana seems like, I don't know, it just seems common to me, but I guess it's not. I've
It
learned.
sounds like you guys made a menu and will specifically like tailoring the restaurant for pregnant women. That's what it sounds like.
well, I mean,
Mommies do
people know
Red Hots
people
and
that know
Coke.
me know why about me. So
Are you pregnant?
think about it, Ray. I'm not gonna.
Oh
say
yeah. That's why I like Crystal's hamburgers. Which is like White Castle for southern.
I need.
See, I
I need
don't like
more.
White Castle. I mean, there's only certain White Castles I like. I mean, I know this is kind of.
I gotta be in the right mood. This is a food podcast, and for some reason I already
Okay,
ate. I'm hungry again.
I think I need context, Lon, if you need to type it, or if you want to. It's up to you.
We'll just say I'm farming grass right now.
Okay. Abe, do you have anything special you've eaten?
I've eaten turtle eggs.
Eggs?
Ooh.
Yes.
I've eaten turtle. I've never eaten the eggs. That's interesting.
It's
That-
basically
that is different.
it's basically well, it's a sphere, and it's basically almost like a boiled egg, and it's kind of plain, but it sort of has again like an egg texture to or an egg taste to it. It was pretty good. But, like, I think that was when I was really young because A, I haven't had those in like years, and B,
Well, I
I could eat seafood when I was young. I can't eat seafood anymore because I somehow developed an allergy and my tongue gets swollen.
That seems bad. I've
Yeah.
eaten turtle, and it's kind of metallic. It's got like almost like a slight metallic taste. I don't know if the
Might be
eggs are
all
similar.
Well, that might be because of all the. They might have a lot of blood and iron.
I didn't like cut its throat and drink the blood. It was in a stew.
Yeah. I'm
I assume
saying,
they bled it before they put it in. I hope.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying they total meat might just be very high on iron, so that's why you taste it metallic.
I always wondered if it was a reptile thing or an amphibian. You know, that kind of not mammal.
I have not had that from the thing I've eaten, but
Because I've never eaten snakes. That's not one I can claim.
Same.
speaking of which, Grims, what do you got?
I'm not real big on eating stuff I don't know about.
What's the weirdest thing? Even just like combination, like like they said, tomato, peanut butter, pickle. I don't know. The jumbo sandwich. What's your jumbo sandwich?
What do you mean? Like,
Blood?
Sorry. Come again?
what?
You broke up.
Oh, okay. What do you mean jumbo sandwich?
Like what if you had do you have a weird like combination of food? Do you have like do you have like some weird combination that's not supposed to go together?
Not really. I eat pretty mainstream. Like, I have nothing special.
I guess
Do you eat like Vietnamese food, or do you ever eat pho? Real pho?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
I have not had that, but I'm willing to try it.
Because it's got, I know the pho I had tripe in it. So it's intestine linings and stuff.
yeah, is that your weirdest food today?
No.
What's
Turtle's
your
pretty
weirdest?
weird. Emu was interesting.
You've had a
Rat-
squirrel before.
Yeah, squirrel, of course. I've killed squirrels and done that. Yeah, that's probably the weirdest. I ate alligator gar once just to see. It was horrible.
Well-
Might have been the nastiest thing I ever put in my mouth.
What is gall exactly?
It
It's a
is
fish.
gar is a
Fish.
type of fish, and alligator gar around here are the most hideous looking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got the long
ones-
snouts.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we
Okay.
were jug fishing for catfish. We caught alligator gar. I can't even say it. Alligator car sounds funny. But I ate alligator too. But we thought, well, let's try and cook this and see how it is. It's a trash fish, and it tastes like a trash fish. It
Mhm.
tastes like it eats sewage all the time. It was horrible. I ate one bite and almost
It's
threw up.
a bottom feeder, isn't it?
Yeah, so is
No.
catfish, but catfish tastes good.
No fish taste good. They all taste like garbage.
That's because they all swim in their own poop, but they're
That's
still
like
good.
everybody has a butthole, but I mean, I can't really
What?
say it because it's funnier than if you say the
Oh
actual.
yeah.
I'd say my weirdest would probably be alligator. I haven't been too adventurous, but
Alligator's good though.
yeah, Florida alligator I guess is a real popular
That's
thing.
where I ate alligator.
Because it had alligator bites. It was just like little chicken like nuggets that were like alligator.
What
It's
about
actually
a
really good.
pig's head or face?
Nope.
Mm.
No, I could not do that.
Well, it's a thing in Louisiana called head cheese, and it's like congealed, and then like they cut it and put it on a sandwich. And I tried it because I was like,
Heard of that?
Yeah, I could not.
it's actually, if you don't look at what you're eating, that's the trick.
I can't.
It's actually pretty good.
I
Do
can't
not
eat
look
fried
at what you're eating.
chicken. I have a weird thing. I can't eat
it-
eat fried chicken, like actual like the bone in. I cannot
Thank
eat
you. I had the
anything-
same fetish. I had the exact same fetish. I cannot eat anything on a bone.
Oh, well,
Really?
not a fetish.
That's not the right word for that. I was thinking about that. That was a real word, real weird word choice going on there.
Yes, it's a. I think I'd say it version to bone food. Well, anything that has a bone or anything that resembles anything like the animal that it came from, I cannot eat. But if it's just like a strip of meat, I can eat.
So can
that.
you eat whole fish?
I really don't eat fish too much, but if you had like a little cut of fish that was like fried or maybe even grilled, or
So you
something
can't.
like
You definitely can't eat like head on or tail on.
Mm-mm.
that. No.
What about shrimp?
Mm-mm.
Shrimp I used to. I still can. I just
Crawfish?
Don't like, I just don't like shrimp because I've had a really bad coconut shrimp. I've never had crawfish, but I assume it's.
Lobster?
it's-
It's like little lobster.
I've had lobster. I've had lobster. I've never had it like
Full lobster.
full lobster. But I will say crab is fun. I've had
Okay.
crab from the claw.
Just curious. That's
'cause
interesting.
I would say it's more like mammals and more like. The more that they can be like a pet, the more.
So let me ask you this question. And this might tie into why I don't have a problem. Have you ever had to kill what you eat?
No.
Okay. Maybe that's why. I don't hunt anymore. But when I did hunt, it was for food.
I
Usually.
couldn't, but I do make meals, so I couldn't kill it and then make it. It'd be like someone would have to do it, and then I couldn't make a meal off of it.
Do you like venison?
I've never
Have you
had
had
it.
venison?
Never had it.
Really? That
No,
amazes
it's not
me.
a-
We
it's not
always
a-
had
It's not a
venison.
big thing down in Florida.
I guess not.
I've never had.
We don't have a lot of forests, so.
I have.
I probably
Venison's
will-
good.
I
If
probably
you
will
like beef,
try
you
it
probably
when
like
I,
venison.
since
Do
I
you
live
like
in
steak,
Florida.
Trace?
Yeah.
See, I don't like steak.
Really?
Again, it's
That's
more
interesting.
it's more of the more it looks like it came from something. That's why you said fried chicken's the best example. Is I can't eat bone-in fried chicken. I have to eat chicken tendrils. Or
So like whole chicken, all that kind of stuff,
oh,
like
for,
roasted chicken.
For Thanksgiving, I can't see the turkey. Usually, what my family does is they just buy turkey breasts and just do that. Or if they do fried turkey, like when they do a turkey, then usually I either ask to just get like a breast meat like on the side, and so I don't have to look at it, and just try to go that route.
Now, did you eat it when you were younger, or is it something that happened when?
Probably yes. I mean, I assume so. I don't think I really realized what it was when I was younger, but basically when I became a teenager, that's when I obviously looking more into the kitchen and like saw more stuff
This
like
is
that.
interesting to me.
I can tell you where mine came from. A shredded chicken sandwich that still had the bone in it from KFC.
I never
Bit
had
right
it.
into the bone.
I never had it that bad, but I've definitely had stuff for like. Actually, you know, it's
Lone,
the
have you had squirrel?
You know, it's the only
Yes.
contradiction to this, Lone.
You never
It's
got a pellet in your squirrel?
I can
Like going
eat
small?
ribs. Can you eat ribs, Lone?
Yes and no.
Boneless ones or?
I mean, I can do the
Picnic
boneless ones, of
style.
course, but like when it comes to the bone, it's like okay. So like chicken wings, I can eat chicken until I see the bone,
Okay.
but I prefer anything without the bone.
Because I can.
I don't
can
like
do,
pork. I mean, I can eat pork chops, but I don't prefer them.
Yeah.
I'm more of a
I can-
deli meat person, like not like a deli meat like your Italian meats.
Yeah, more like they sell you the cut. You know.
What about
Mhm.
boudin? Is that weird?
I don't know.
Chitlins.
I know what that is.
Okay, boudin is I don't know, Grim might know what this is. He lives close enough, he should. Have how do I describe it? It's a sausage that is mainly made out of pig blood and rice.
That's
Yeah,
blood
I-
pudding.
Sounds terrible.
Is that
That's blood
Cajun?
pudding.
I
Yeah,
probably,
it's similar.
I probably
Black
could.
pudding. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
It's so
Yeah.
good though,
I don't know. And also anything that looks like it's gonna be awful, like
dude.
I'm very look based.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
I
I am
guess
too.
like I said, I've had to eat what I kill or eat what I fish,
Right.
strip it and do all that. So that must have numbed me when I was young, not not even realizing it. I don't hunt anymore. It doesn't seem necessary
Well,
in
I
modern era.
I think you're in the
Uh,
right era of like, yeah, you should be used to that because I think that's a fine thing. If anything, I think you have a more wield set on stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
I don't. It's a modern era kind of thing too. Is the
yeah,
I like knowing like if I really needed to, I could get chickens, raise them in the backyard, and I wouldn't like it, but I could
I
could
couldn't.
I could kill them and eat them if I needed to.
I can't raise and then do that. It's something because maybe it's something it's because I love animals growing up and I've had so many pets, and then obviously I've worked with animals as part of
Yeah.
my job.
I think it's partly
It's-
from my
It's
family
just
had.
something I can't do.
Yeah, my family had like my immediate family never had like animals we raised to eat, but like other families members had extended family. My great uncle had a pig farm in Indiana, and that's a
I'm sorry.
crazy shit to see. You won't want to eat pork after going to a pig farm. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, I could not.
So
Sorry. Before I want to, what's your favorite?
I'm not adventurous at all.
Nothing.
No,
Well,
I no most food. Everything you said sounds horrible, and I would never try it.
Well, what
No.
about what about combination of like something weird? Like, have you ever put fries in a shake?
ooh, fries in a frosty, fries dipped in a
Oh.
frosty.
Fries
That's-
and
that-
Sundays.
See, I've tried that
Fries
and
and
it did
Sundays.
not.
Oh man.
You can't. Well, here's the trick. Here's the trick, Grim, that I learned. First off, you can't use Wendy's fries because they're god awful. What you got to do, it
Good
takes some. And this was the time when I was like lone that I figured this out. You have to go through multiple drive-throughs. You got to go through McDonald's first and get a large fry from McDonald's. Then you got to go to Wendy's and get the frosty from Wendy's. I mean, it's a multi-step operation.
why not the Burger King fries? They're thicker.
I'd say
Eh.
Chick-fil-A. I like Chick-fil-A waffle fries.
Chick-fil-A's, yeah, those are probably. We
I-
didn't have
I
a
just
Chick-fil-A
love
when I
that
was
brand.
back in those days.
Oh,
So
okay, well, yeah, I understand. Then McDonald's, yeah, right.
the next best for me for fries is probably McDonald's. I do like Chick-fil-A's waffle fries.
I
This is
don't eat
such a food
Chick-fil-A.
podcast now, and I'm so like I just ate not long ago and so hungry.
Okay, well, let's get off of food and let's talk about something else then. You know what's not appetizing? Honestly, I don't want to say it Twitch, but some of the things you're doing is not exactly what I'll say good. You know, like with the DMCA's, you know,
Hmm.
kind of smacking
Oh,
down
all the
people.
recent
Well,
stuff with
well,
Oh, the ban
They
on-
ban words.
And
Yeah.
I was gonna
I didn't
get
hear
to
this. They've
possibly-
banned
Yeah,
words.
yeah.
What
You know
words
what?
have they banned?
Well, you
Them?
can't say because there's someone going. There's someone streaming. Two people streaming. You can't say. that.
It's not.
No.
I don't
Believe
think
what
the
I just
TOS
said.
No, the TOS doesn't go into effect until like January.
So what are the words that I can't say on your stream? Because this
Simp,
is important because I
virgin.
might accidentally say them.
Virgin.
Virgin?
Yes.
Vo-
That's
vo-
So if I
banned.
say Virgin Airlines, I'm in trouble?
Yes.
If you're into astrology, you can't say virgin.
Okay, it's Vulcan, Simp, and Incel. These are the three big ones. I don't
The
think
last
I've not,
two.
I've not seen any smaller ones, but those are the
I'm not
three.
saying banning words is the solution, but I could see how the last two could be. I guess all three of them. I could see how they could be. I think they have good intentions. I think they're going about it all wrong.
To
I
quote-
understand their point for all of this, like that kind of stuff, especially not the DMCA crap, but like that kind of stuff. I can understand it because you've probably seen some of these chats. They can get real toxic real quick.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right.
Blacklist
Something-
words, though, can't you?
Yes.
Like in your chat, you can blacklist words for yourself, but also
Yeah.
there's like a safe mode. So I don't see why they would
wonder
do
if
that.
I wonder if Twitch is afraid that they could be held liable because that's the problem. This is what you're dealing with is the company that's afraid of being held liable for stuff
Uh,
that their users do.
I don't think it's that. I think it's more because I think they get complaints from big S-words that are big donors that give to certain streamers that are like, oh, I don't like being made fun of because they are big donors. And I think they've had that, and I'm sure they've had other issues with staff. But I
Well,
think
and I've
I
also
think those
heard
are
where
reasons.
some of those, like I said, I've also seen where people have said something or done something, and people immediately jump on them, start calling them simps and all that, and it's like, that's just
I
what
mean, you can call people whatever. Just
I think it
simply
should be up to
is
the stream
the simp is
person.
just the new world because cuck
Yeah,
it has been
yeah,
used, like
yeah.
that,
It,
and
it follows the
not
same
in a,
vein.
not
Yeah,
even in the right context, just to throw
no.
it out.
It's just it's taking a word and making it bad. That's what you're
The
doing.
the
I
only
won't
one
lie. I had to look it up about like 2 months ago. Like, what in the world is this?
Grandpa alone just typing up. What is this?
Wait a second. That's not anything to do with Grandma, is it?
Hey,
How long
Super
has that
B.
word been around? I feel like it's been around a long
Thank you for the
time.
A
follow.
few months. It's basically
And
it's
are you
been
playing on Xbox? No,
around
I'm
for a
on
while,
PC.
but like
Well,
this girl basically kicked it off. Because,
popularity wise, but yeah, I was like, I think I've heard that word a long time ago before any of this.
but
I don't know what it means, so.
Nor do I.
basically, what's the best word I get? What's the best way I can do
I'm
it?
curious of how you're gonna. I'm waiting.
I was gonna say,
Google.
Just-
That's
just
the
put-
best way to say.
Yeah, just go to your Urban Dictionary and type it in.
I have
That's
a very,
exactly what I did.
I'm very Twitch speaky. So
Wait,
like,
what?
I can
Type
say
what
to
in?
someone, simp.
How do you spell it?
That word started like what, midsummer this
SIMP.
year?
The big.
It got popular.
It's actually more like folks chat portal deal, but the only one I can agree with is not even because it's used derogatory, but because I think I don't want that type of movement in quotes to happen in incel.
Oh,
Is because obviously Reddit has shut down the big subs, and I think it's dangerous to if someone will to try to promote it and all of that. So I agree with that one, but I think the two other ones are a little extreme.
I think a lot of this should be up to the person running the stream, the streamer.
Again, yeah, it should fall to the streamer to moderate things.
And if they're getting complaints, the way that should be handled is they should go to the streamer and go, "Hey,
so
we're
right now
getting
we're not using
complaints
any
from your viewers
mods.
that they're being called this,
we're
and
having
this.
issues
Can you
with
do
lag.
something about it? You know,
Yeah,
instead of
Early
just
on.
banning words.
So right
Banning
now-
words is like you're starting to borderline burning books. You know, there's a
Mm-hmm.
you got to be real
I'm-
careful with the
I'm-
speech thing.
again,
Right now
I'm
it's just
mostly
plain
a
vanilla
freedom person.
base
Obviously,
game.
I won't allow any big slows and stuff like that around.
Yeah.
But if we jokingly call each other or something in like Twitch chat or on my stream, I don't care. As long as
Well, there's
it's
a difference
not
in that
something-
and true hate speech too. you
Yeah,
know.
right. Like if we call each other, simple Fulgen, which you've never done, but like,
Listen, just because that's what
When-
I am doesn't mean you have
when-
to say it out loud, okay?
sorry, I have uncovered the truth that you're my tier 3 sub.
The Sip Virgin one.
That's actually my example. I was going to use 2-3 sub in top dono. But no, I think those things I don't really care about. I think people should have the freedom. Obviously, like I don't get really mad with you guys. They're all two boys. I do play shooting games. I do get mad with, but we've never gotten that level. But like, I just never have been like huge on those worlds, and I think it's really weird that people are getting that mad. Again, the people that are getting mad are the ones that are actually all those worlds.
So you gotta remember also, these days, people basically get offended by everything.
It's an
Mhm.
echo chamber
I-
thing. It's an
Yes.
echo chamber thing. One gets offended, another one hears about it, and it's just like the mob mentality echo chamber kind of
I'm
thing.
very thick-skinned. Actually, I have a friend. She calls me Vulcan all the time as like a joke, and I just could care less.
God,
it-
that's
but it-
you just turn that back on her is what I would do, and just call her something similar.
I do. I call her my
Yeah.
simp. Anytime she does anything positive to me, I'll thank you, simp.
Yeah, that's how you do that. Yeah, I guess that's a thick skin thing.
So like, I was playing. Good example of this. I was playing League last night, and I had like a 3-kill advantage, like in like the first 5 minutes, which is very good. And she started like pinging me, like doing a good job and stuff. I'm like, oh, thank you, my simp. And
Yeah,
just
but
like,
you know that's
oh my
that's
God,
a
it's good.
internal comedy kind of thing. That's
Yeah.
not a yeah.
Obviously, again, I think these worlds in general are on like the surface level aren't bad, except for one. Again, but I think
And I
the
guess it
the
comes down to
matchmaking-
context.
Yes.
Context is a big thing.
That's why it should be down to the streamer, honestly, because it's all about
Yes.
context. All of these
Agreed.
words and all shape sizes, all words are all based around the context they're set in.
But
I
think-
mean, it's like screaming fire, and if I go out in the middle of a field and scream fire, nobody cares, right? If I go in a movie theater and scream fire, that's a different thing.
I will
Mhm.
say, I think it's something we all can agree with is the DMCA though. DMCA is so dumb, especially how you guys heard of the new DMCA law trying to be passed by one of our own congressmen.
Mm-mm.
Who's our own? 'Cause,
US.
We have multiple.
we have multiple
I can't-
idiots.
I don't know what his name is, but he's like the head of the bill. And he's pushing. So basically, if you were to get DMCA struck online, whether it be streaming, video content creation, song, anything like that at all, you could possibly solve jail time.
I heard that.
Jesus
stupid.
So
Christ.
if you
That's
were
somebody
playing
that's so disconnected
if you
from the
were
modern
playing-
era.
a video game and a song comes through the game and it doesn't get caught, and you know, because again, Twitch, when you delete your files, Twitch is actually still keeping them in the internal server, so they're not
Mhm.
Even a
gone forever.
musician?
You can still get DMCA struck and then go to jail.
So if you're a musician, because this has happened before, I've heard of this, and the record label strikes you for your own song, that's your song that you wrote, it's happened before,
Mhm.
you could go to jail for singing your own song on the internet.
Are you thinking of the guitarist of
Dragon Force.
Dragon
Dragon
Force? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. What's his name?
I can't remember his name. I just remember reading that article and being amazed that happened in the first
I
place.
forget his name, but he's sick. But yeah, his record label won't allow him to use his own.
Because
music.
I guess they bought and paid for it. What this boils down,
Well-
DMCA, what this boils down to is real simple.
It's money.
Everybody knows record agents are the worst people on earth, right? They're some of the worst people on earth. That's just the facts.
They're like lawyers.
And yes, and they refuse to realize they're going the way of the dodo if they like it or not. In the age of internet, record and record labels are having problems. People don't buy records. They don't buy CDs. So an artist can go to freaking Amazon or iTunes and go, "Hey, I want music on there." And iTunes will go, "Sure." And it's like them fighting. It's like the last dying breaths of a freaking dinosaur stuck in tar or something. And it drives me crazy. Sorry, I'm gonna tirade, but yeah, it annoys the shit out of me. Because
think
we
we
all know
all-
record labels treat their artists like shit. People
Oh, yeah.
think a lot of these artists make all kinds of money. A lot of the time, they don't. Where they make their most money is tours.
Yes, and mulch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which
as
you're really
much-
hurting right now.
As much as I would love to shit on DMCA, we have 2 topics left, and I think we have like 20-25 minutes.
Yep.
So if I want to move to those, now I don't want to make this all about me, but I would like to talk a little brief segment about my TWF thing I did last night and just overall. If you guys want to talk about that a little bit, up to you guys.
I still haven't watched the VOD yet.
Okay. Well, I
I
wanna
haven't
talk
watched
about-
it yet either.
This
Bits and
can
pieces.
this can go to a bigger thing of content creation and what it all experiences all. If Grimm's alone, you guys obviously you stream. But I did have a very cool story I want to show about doing this. So when I make all the characters, I even go to the finest detail of like adding like hometown and stuff like that. I always just put the state or whatever. Like when for Blake, I put Australia and just left it there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything. But when I was making Mongwin's character, he's the only other international like fighter I've had to make. Because for fictional ones, I just put like the future or something like that. So I went to go put Norway down. And Norway doesn't exist according to WWE 2K19. So what I
That's
did instead,
fantastic.
what I did instead is when I put his location to the North Pole, I thought that was very fitting. And then 2, I went to Google Maps just to look up Norway. I'm like, Norway's huge. Let me see how many countries like compare next to them, Sweden, Finland, how big they are. Norway I think is like bigger than both of them. And then while I was looking through things, and I noticed that Moscow is like in western Russia. That's basically just in Europe, and I never knew that. But I was looking through the Pacific, seeing little islands that are like off the coast of New Zealand, just sitting in the Pacific. But while I was doing that, I noticed in Antarctica, I saw a city pop up. I was like, "There's no way those a formalized city." And I was looking through it. And of
Yes,
course,
yes,
it's
there
It's a whaling city, wasn't it?
though they're all like little stations. that form like little cities in there. And when I was looking at the city, because it was okay, I don't know if you guys have discovered Antarctica too much, but it has like that little peninsula that jets out and coves like to the right a little bit.
Hmm.
It's right by South America. But when I was looking at that, because I noticed it was a Chilean little town, like a little like they all set up. When I was zooming in to look more into it, it had a few restaurants pop up. Like if I was going through Google Maps, I was looking at them.
McDonald's.
A coffee store, a coffee little shop, some like deli place, and a steakhouse. Why is there a steakhouse
Imagine the price of the steak.
in Antarctica? What cattle are they getting from ice? Like I just didn't understand that.
Shipping.
And I was
delays.
just looking more through like other towns. Like the American one's huge. Like well,
McMurdo.
what is it?
McMurdo.
Yes.
MURDO. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. Because Italy's like right next to us or something. But I was looking through that, but I was just amazed that after like it's a real disconnect from going from WWE to this. But I just like the idea that there is a steakhouse in the tip of Antarctica just exists. Not sure how they do it. Not sure why they import like meat from like I assume South America.
Mhm.
It's the closest to them, but why?
There's a lot of actual stuff that comes from Australia as well.
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
true. I'm saying this town was closest
Well,
to South America, so that's why I assume they
South
could-
America
or
also has a
Argentina.
very large beef industry, by the way.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
just wondering why it was there, but then I realized it was on that peninsula. So
What? I'm looking at. This is rather funny. So if you look at the biggest island off that little peninsula, there's a place there called Adelaide.
mm-hmm.
The Adelaide is actually the capital of South Australia, the capital city of South Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
that's
South
why.
Australia is actually such a hole that it might as well be on Antarctica.
But that was a quick little story I had from that. Is little not exactly connected, but I will say, going back to when I was trying the original topic I had, content creation. I really am enjoying it, but I have noticed it's becoming I treat it like school now, of where I delay it to like the last possible days I can,
Mm.
and then it grinds on me, and I'm trying to do it because I'm like, I want to play games, but then it's like, no, I gotta get this done. Well, I want to do this. No, I gotta go set up stuff. And
I
as
mean,
much as
because
I love it, I think I just need to schedule better.
because you're setting up basically pay-per-views. You're doing multiple matches and that, and then you're trying to.
Well, setting it up like through the actual engine and setting it up because you have to go through like the universe and doing that's easy. It's the creation and getting the minute details of like if I have to make someone's show or logo,
Mm.
I have to go through that and make that, and then I have to use a limited engine and what they have. Like I don't know if you guys have seen Spies Character, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I saw.
he's a pretty interesting looking, and it's the best I could do when there was no aviator cap, because that's all I wanted was a small little aviator cap. They didn't have that. There was no
Hmm.
goggles I can put that can go on top of his head, because his goggles and his skin go on top of his head, and there was nothing like that. So I had to put him on his face, because if I want to have his hat, I can't have any goggles that are sitting there.
So basically, it's kind of like steampunk style then.
Kinda. It's yeah. I had to take the liberties, and again, for the newest batch is I had this idea to have you guys come in for like the second one, and then have a big like tag team thing like this.
Oh, and how
A
that
lot of
on forever?
what?
Was it the one that went on forever, like over an
Yes.
hour?
House
Yeah.
fence.
By the way, the test run I did, it was a 4-0, and it ended like in 20 minutes. Don't know how it went to an hour 15 long spectacle, but it did. But when I was making a lot of like the new Fidos I had to make, I don't have a lot of things to to go on of what you guys would look like. So I
It,
had to
the
use a
extra-
little. I had to use a little imagination. Like I knew what 2 looks like, but I went to his Twitch VODs.
yeah, my VODs never save. I don't know why.
I can't see them, so I can't like try to get very detailed. So I have to go off of what I believe kind of looks close to him and uses Minecraft skin.
My Minecraft skin is actually it was based on me when I was younger. So
That's why I was assuming. That's why I went with that.
Mine's
Now,
based on me.
yep.
Yeah, he
Oh,
wears a
God,
mask in
hey.
real life.
Yep.
Mhm.
If you could see the room I'm sitting in, you know why that's my skin.
Well, he
Yeah,
My
also
I
office
think
we
is.
have seen your room multiple
Oh
times.
yeah, that's true. I did take pictures. You've seen picture evidence, but
Um,
I actually get 2 more things. I gotta stop getting. I've come to the point where every time I go somewhere, see Captain, I was like, "Don't get that. You have no room."
Yeah,
You're-
you know how much
Then
I
you get it.
know that you would buy
Yeah.
something. You know I'm from Michigan, and I went to Mackinac Island,
Mhm.
and they had a full steel shield of Captain America full size.
that's probably worth a lot.
It
Yeah.
was
Raw
on sale.
materials alone.
Like, the price of it, I'm like, at first I'm like, oh, maybe it's custom. Had a made in China thing, and I think someone was just marking up the price because it was like $500 some dollars.
Oh,
and
they're
I'm
expensive. They're really. There was a pewter statue on Amazon that was like $600. It's like it's on Amazon. But yeah, sorry, that was a side note. But yeah,
So-
I look just like my skin. I'm that buff in real life.
No, and also
Your skin doesn't look buff.
for Abe, I couldn't tell if you had like a jacket or if it was supposed to be a suit. I assumed it's a suit, right?
It was originally a suit. Remember when we did the good prank? But I think it's still a suit. The only thing that's different texture was my pants. But my character actually looked pretty accurate. It was actually really
I
really
wanted to
close.
go for more of a the hair. Obviously, I don't know what Steve's hair was supposed to be in, you know, in a 3D thing. 'Cause I assume you used the Steve head, right? Or close to it. So that's what it looks like to me. Abe.
It was fine actually. It actually like the only time I ever modeled a character almost like myself is when I played Saints Row, and it was almost basically the same as default. So yeah, I actually have short hair and my face matched. So yeah, it was pretty accurate.
I will
I
say,
tried
The scary statement in this is my 7 Days to Die character is probably the closest one to me.
The
I will
red
say,
rat?
my character
Yeah,
on
you
there,
see
I
picture
do like.
now.
Your skin is all red?
Sometimes. Depends how much I've been in the sun. But no, not as far as skin tone, but as far as like hair, no hair on top and big beard.
Now I really have to see your the character now. But
Have you seen it? You've seen it on the? It's the same as the one we on the other server.
it is okay.
Yeah.
I have to. Well,
The Red Man. That's why they call me the Red Man.
oh, okay, I got you now.
I
Okay.
think Zab's the Blue Man
Um,
or Green Man.
but
Green.
I tried to make you a kind of like a old school like a slick back guy with like a not a leather jacket but close to it. You know.
To be honest, the
Yeah.
first thing I thought of when I saw my character was, why does he look like Superman? But like, nah, like it looked less of Superman, kind of like his like a weaker brother Superman.
We go brother super. I hold on. I have that idea now for your character's progression. Abe. You're gonna fight Superman.
You're gonna
now.
put me in tights now?
Ah,
I don't think they're all. I don't think they're all superhero tights. But I can give you a cape.
So speaking of that in the DMCA, how is it with the like in between game or in between matches? Do you have to like mute it? And I know you kind of go your be right back screen on some of it.
Okay, so I do the BRB just because when you load up matches, it has the characters like so and so versus so and so.
Mhm.
So like I don't want to spoil it into get into interests. But they actually do have music in the game. There's about 12 songs, and I have to turn it all the way down. Because a lot of them is like Eminem or some few other rappers. There's some other bands I can't remember, but they're all actual like songs in there, and I'm so scared of getting clipped by them. And then there's actually a few really good entrance songs that I have to avoid just because they have lyrics, and I'm so scared that the system's gonna get lyric, entrance ones and claim them. So I have to purposely use kind of like default sounds. It's default music. Now, granted, I'm running very close on how many I have given out, so like I might not try to repeat, but like there's a few ones that I've used from wrestles, but they're like very low, low, no talking and stuff like that. But it is a very big concern of trying to make sure I don't accidentally get something that's DMCAable and then claim my whole thing. Because
Hmm.
I eventually will download the VODs and put them on YouTube and see how that goes, but I'm just so lazy. But yeah, no, thankfully there's nothing that they can DMCA visually, because I have Captain America, just like a very close Captain America. But yes, it's mostly sound wise, and most of that is fine. They do play music in between some matches though, but a lot of that I think is not. I haven't got flagged for it yet, so I don't care about that. But it's just the mini music I'm scared of. But we do have one more thing to end on though, because I think we're all getting close. We have one more topic, and I left it for last because I want to go on a positive note, So, what are you guys doing when we get out of quarantine? When COVID is no more, what is your first thing gonna go for? If you guys want to go down a list or go at it. But what are you guys doing? What's your celebration for the end of this?
Do list. Blake, go first.
I'm going to continue doing what I have been doing because I haven't really had that much change
So
in
walking.
Australia here.
Well, yeah, because what, like Melbourne, they haven't had a new case in over a month, right?
There's a little bit of a thing going on at the moment. In the north of Sydney, there's a cluster growing there. It's gone from like 3 to like 18 or 19 in a day.
So
I
But,
mean,
you know,
your guys was a little bit more strict than ours was, which is unfortunate over here.
yeah. So no big celebration. You're just gonna just continue walking and just exist.
I haven't stopped working since the
Yeah.
start of it all.
Yeah, I haven't
Yes,
either,
same.
really.
Yeah, I mean, you're essential, so.
Well, yeah,
Okay. Well,
essential in the way like there's talk of actually like with the vaccine and everything coming out very shortly. Public transport workers, or like us in particular, we're basically third on the list.
oh, that's good. I mean, okay. Okay. Another.
But there's discussion about whether or not there are some people that are saying, well, this is untested, untried. Is it something that they are going to make mandatory for us? Because if they are, then is it something that we actually do want to have, or what?
That's
Mhm.
that's what I was gonna try to say. Is we're also the topic of, is this vaccine actually proven? Like, is it like, how incredibly proven is it? What's the success rates and
They
stuff
say
like
it's
that?
been pretty good. They say there haven't been any side effects,
It's
and
like 93% on
yeah,
studies,
majority
if
of
I remember
people
right.
are getting a
You got to
positive
remember,
response to it.
this stuff is not just coming from the company that made it. A lot of this stuff has to be independently verified by
Mhm.
other groups.
Oh
Yeah, like
yeah,
And that
FDA
one just got
verified.
verified today over here.
but all I'm waiting for is for Resident Evil to happen.
The Umbrella
Mhm.
Corp.
I also heard the reason it was developed so fast is because they were already developing a SARS vaccine, and COVID is
Yeah,
a version of SARS, so they had
Mhm.
Yeah,
they had a lot of the research done.
yeah. It
I
was
mean that
just
makes sense. Like if you've heard of the Ebola outbreak, there was an Ebola study like way back when because they had the funding and they just like, oh, let's just get some of this stuff going.
Mm-hmm.
So we were able to get that done. So yeah, that's kind of believable. That's not something I would think of just to reinforce us. No, they have some people actually plan ahead to
well,
make sure stuff like this gets taken care of.
well, yeah. That's the thing, is because they had the base one, going forever. but they had to fine tune it because again,
Yeah.
it's a particular strain. It's
Yeah,
it's its own
they have to
taste.
change it, but
That's-
that's what say they had the
that's
main
taken so
thing
long.
already worked out. The thing
Yeah.
that takes years and years and years. How long is it? When was the SARS thing? Was years ago, right? And that they've probably been developing before that last big SARS thing came out in Asia. It was a real big SARS breakout.
Mhm.
So
So speaking of celebrations, Abe, do you have any good celebrations?
Before all this quarantine stuff happened, I used to sometimes go out and eat with my family, and so we're probably gonna do something like that because we haven't done it in months. The last time we got food from going out was like we bought Outback for like all of our birthdays. So that was like we didn't go out to eat; we just bought the food and we just ordered it. Like we could have probably done that before, but it just didn't feel the same. My parents are very sociable, so
Yeah.
it's
My
gonna be real
family,
nice to do again.
my family is still eating out like in restaurants.
I just had Outback last
Never
night.
stopped.
The food topic.
Speaking of which, my family is actually this Saturday wants to get everyone together to go to a restaurant in a room where there's gonna be like 30 of us. And
I'm
me
sorry.
and my dad aren't going, so
yeah, I've got friends from high school. We meet every year around Christmas, and they're doing the thing at a restaurant. And I was like, I can't make that. I didn't say why, but I'm like, I'm not going to go to a
Well-
place where you're all traveling from other states in.
yeah.
Well,
my,
I mean,
my,
you're kind of lucky. I mean, being that you already kind of had it.
I had it,
still,
but I'll tell you a secret that
there's
I know
different
from
strains.
somebody in the medical profession. Come January, February, my immunity's just about out. Right now, my immunity's waning.
Mm.
And if I catch it again, there'll be no symptoms more than likely. So I'll just be freaking Typhoon Marying it up in there.
Typhoid.
Typhoid, sorry.
Typhoon,
Mary.
the
Typhoon,
hurricane.
hurricane. I'm sure there was a hurricane called Mary. I'm sure that's happened.
so
Just now have a picture of me blowing and spitting in people's faces now.
Blowing
do
and
you have anything
spitting.
special you want to do?
Well, no.
Blowing and spitting.
Yeah,
That's what he
blowing and
just said it.
spitting.
Blowing, spitting.
I mean, nothing's really changed. I just haven't been going to restaurants and stuff. So probably start doing that again.
Any particular restaurant?
We go everywhere, but main one like Cassoulet, and I don't know if y'all have that or not.
I've not heard of that.
It's
but-
a Mexican food restaurant. That's not real Mexican food.
Mm. Oh, so Tex-Mex.
Yeah, yes and no.
Okay.
One of those fake Mexican foods, but to me it's really good
Okay.
and really bad for me.
Lone, do you have anything?
Traveling. But unfortunate because when I decided to move is when everything went on lockdown, and that's when I was going to do my traveling. So, take a couple weeks off, go somewhere, or a week off, and then go somewhere else.
Ray,
Sure.
yeah.
Same thing.
Travel?
So want to travel. Take a week. I just recently bought a new freaking car. It's like the perfect road trip car. And I anything with it. It's just drive it back and forth to work. I wanted to load up the dog, the kayak, and just go. Rent a cabin somewhere.
Yeah, to both my travel boys, what destination?
Ooh, that sounds a good idea, Ray. We'll talk about that later.
Any destination in particular?
I love
that
the
you
mountains
wanna
in
go to?
particular. That's my
Mountains?
favorite place to go is mountains and stuff like that.
Rockies or Appalachian?
Listen, I'm not driving that long.
I don't know. After making it,
That's a
weekend
long
trip.
ass drive. I would love to do it. If I had the time and the ability to take off time for work to drive, I would love to drive in the Rocky Mountains. But to be honest, I'd probably fly there and then rent a car if I was going to do that. But no, it's I was born in North Carolina in Transylvania Hospital, which is in the mountains.
Gotcha.
And I'm a vampire. No. And
Explains a lot.
thank you. And that's my love. I love being in the mountains. I kind of like Gatlinburg. It's a little touristy, but Gatlinburg's fun. I like the moonshine. That's the best part of Gatlinburg. But
I've never
the
been
mountains in general, just the views, the hiking trails. I mean, you've been in North Carolina, Tennessee, probably. It's you drive down every 100 feet. There's a start of a mile trail that ends in the most beautiful view you've ever seen. It's just nice. I like it, and the weather's good. I should move there because it's hot here all the
Are
time.
you going to the mountains too, Lone, or do you have another destination in mind?
I mean, I could just drive there in about 2 hours, but um, Bali.
That'd be cool.
All right.
I mean,
Blue Mountain
$500 a
Bali.
month to live there. I mean, that sounds like a good
For
retirement.
visiting, I would like Japan. Would be a fun one to go to. I think.
Yeah.
The
But Japan.
thing with Bali,
Japan's
and I will
huge.
tell you this as an Australian who goes there, or I have never been there myself because it doesn't exactly appeal to me. But Bali is very commercialized. Like there are other islands in Indonesia that would probably be much, much better.
A lot of people live in the Philippines. That's a weird thing. Like, come from America and live in the Philippines. It's just a weird thing to me.
I mean, I have someone I went to school with was from the Philippines.
Well, like I said, these are not people. These are people like born in the Midwest, end up
Oh,
moving to the Philippines, and they
okay, I
live there
see, I
now,
see.
and it's
Okay.
real weird. It's like I don't know why the Philippines. I don't know. I just never thought of it that way.
Because we were from the Midwest.
Is
Do
the
you
Philippines like the Midwest?
Hell no.
The Philippines, I will probably say, is probably more equivalent to somewhere like Florida.
Yeah. Sorry.
So
Go ahead.
so two, do
Like
you have any
just in terms of weather and climate.
do you have any travel destinations or want to go to a specific restaurant?
Nope. Let's just put it this way: I haven't done anything different during quarantine that I have done before. I don't ever leave my house. I don't even have a job. I don't need one. I have so many disabilities. I get paid just to be living.
I have two interesting ones. One, I was actually supposed to go to North Carolina to participate in a Pokemon event. So I was actually going to play the video game though. And the weekend that everything got closed down was the weekend I was supposed to go. And I have a flight ticket, like a voucher basically for one of the airlines. I can't remember which one it is. So eventually I will need to do
Airlines.
that. What?
It would have to be American Airlines. They're based out of Charlotte.
Yeah, it's American.
Delta's based out of
but
Atlanta.
the big thing I really want to do is a compounding off of that. Like I want to go somewhere, but I need to lose a lot of weight for it, and that's because I really wanted to go to a lot of theme parks. I absolutely, as soon as COVID hit, I've been like craving theme parks. But I'm a little like I'm tall, so like I have to
Mm-hmm.
manage that. But also I'm a big boy, so my chest is pretty big. So I have to slim down a bit to even get like restraints on me.
See, I'm with you on that one. I have a long torso, and even riding some of the rides, I couldn't. I mean, I'm a big guy myself, but they just wouldn't go down because my torso was so long.
Yep. I'm gonna try to do that, and my dad wants to go with me, and he wants to go to Carowinds, alone if you've been there.
I know where it is.
Okay.
I've been to Carowinds.
Oh, okay. How would you like Carowinds?
It was good.
you-
Actually, as I get older, you know what one of my favorite theme parks is?
Disneyland.
Nope. Been to that. No, not been to Disneyland. Been to Disney World.
Six
Been to
Flags.
SeaWorld. I've been to Busch Gardens. Not Six Flags.
No, Six Flags.
Six Flags is the
young
one I've probably been to the most, and it's not great.
Oh,
It's gotten better. I actually like Dollywood, believe it or not.
Dollywood and Silverwood City are actually becoming some of the best parks just on coastal like quality.
Well, for me,
It's
it's not
insane.
just the coasters. I like Dollywood
Right. Yeah.
because of all like there's a freaking blacksmith in there working, and then like glass blowing. It's just like like the Birds of Prey show. I don't know. As I get older, I like rides, but I also like things that are not necessarily educational, but interesting. You know,
Right.
it's like
I
going to
mean-
like a Civil War reenactment. I guess a similar kind of vein.
I mean, I'm a coastal enthusiast. I'm like extreme adrenaline junkie. So I personally just love coastrals, and that's all I big. When I go to a park, that's all I really care about is
Hmm.
just how many I can ride.
Wonder what's the last good roast? I remember the Hulk was a really good coaster at Universal.
Oh,
But it's,
yeah, I charge you like the Hulk. That was
I like it.
one
It's
of
one
my
of the
favorite
first
moments.
coasters I ever rode that did not have a slow climb. That launches your ass out of there like a freaking gun, a bullet in a gun.
Did you go to SeaWorld?
Yeah,
How'd you like Kraken?
I went on a band trip when I was in high school, and we rode that ride because I guess we were there early. There's a lot of people there. It's the middle of the week. Something happened. I rode that roller coaster 6 times in a row because there was just, and it's a long roller coaster. It's not a short roller coaster.
Oh yeah.
And I rode that damn thing so much.
So Kraken, when I was growing up, I never really paid that much attention to it because I went to SeaWorld like ever so often compared to like Busch Gardens, which is closer to me. But apparently, the more I look into Kraken, it's really high up on a lot of people's lists as one of
It's
the
good. I liked it. I
as
liked
like
it
a
lot.
top 25 coaster.
There was one. I don't know if it's still. Alone might not know this. It might know this either. There used to be a park, North Carolina. I want to say it was that was on a mountain. It was called, or on what we would call a mountain. You had to ride like a lift to get into it. This was back when I was a long time ago when I was a kid. It was called Boomtown in the Sky or something like that. And it had a roller coaster, and of course that was another one I rode a million. That was my first roller coaster, and
Was
I
it
rode it
family-
a million
oh,
times because there's no line, and I loved it because there was no hill. Instead, it went off the side of the mountain and dropped you.
Oh, okay. It dropped.
So
Okay.
yeah, it was the drop. You didn't climb a hill; you just went off the side. It was real short. It was real small.
Most of those coasters actually have a hill, but on the back
Mhm.
end.
You-
But
I don't know. I imagine it
Magic
did.
Mountain has a lot of coasters like that too. In Six Flags, I think over Texas, they
Yeah.
there's a quarry wall. It's one of the
Mhm.
Texas Six Flags, but there's a lot of coasters that go up on the quarry wall and then jump off the wall.
I like the Superman coaster. It's pretty fun too. One of the most terrifying coasters I ever rode was at Six Flags. I can't remember what it's called. It's the one where you sit in a cart and a bar comes down. I don't even know. I think it's gone now too. But it's the only coaster that does not have shoulder braces. Like it doesn't have like a full harness, but it does a freaking loop, and you just have like a train cart with a rail that would come down on your lap. And I got in there with my dad when I was young, and he's a bigger man, and I was a very small boy. And I remember distinctly having to hold on to for dear life not to be thrown out of the coaster, which
Well, see,
might be the reason it doesn't exist anymore.
There are a few coasters that don't have big restraints, but
Do they do
not-
like a full upside down loop?
Some have some loops, but most of the looping coasters have not like huge restraints, but yeah, most woodies don't have huge restraints because obviously they don't loop. But
He means wooden roller coaster. Calm down there, giggles.
as much as I would love to talk coasters all day long, I think we all passed our time.
Yeah, we're getting past our time.
So I think we need to wrap up here, boys. But did you guys
good.
have a fun time? How do you guys like this?
Oh yeah,
been good.
I enjoyed this.
Yeah, there wasn't much farming going on, but talking was fun.
There's a lot of farm. What are you talking about? We've harvested a crop. We've plowed, we're
BS.
replanting.
If you want to come see what I've been doing the whole entire time,
I saw what you were doing. It's all over the road.
So I'll go ahead and wrap it up here for us. Again, this is the Sons of Bananas Foaming podcast. Again, 2 of us are streaming this live on Twitch. We'll have the links below.
And
But
one-
some of us are playing the game. Foaming Simulator 2019. We're actually doing the podcast. So if you want to go and see what they're doing, you can go over there, or you can just see the audio here, and we're all talking and just having a good time. But I think we're gonna wrap it up here as it's hit our 2-hour mark. So if you like this, please let us know what we can do better. If you want to see the foaming while listening to the audio, but I want to see it in more like a VOD, just let us know. Maybe we're gonna do that instead. But if you like just listening to audio, also let us know if you like that. But I think that would be it for us tonight. So once again, thank you for coming out, and hopefully we'll have the series started soon. So until then, have a good night and goodbye.
Bye.
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 There you go, Lon. Clap for
Thank
me.
you.
You can
Clap
cut.
for the cut.
So Ray,
Mhm.
Well, I guess Trace kind of brought this up. Wasn't you, Trace, one that brought it up as a group meeting?
Bye, guys.
What